Check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Hopefully, I got everything right. Last minute little throw together. Hopefully, the sound's not too crazy. Hopefully, I made my transitions okay. Let me turn this off. Turn the slideshow off. Turn that off. All right. Okay. If anybody's there, let me know if you can hear me okay. Adjustment here. Yeah, this is a last minute little stream. I was sitting here and I was watching some videos and had a couple things happen that really kind of irked me, but then I kind of wanted to talk about it. And I started feeling a certain way about myself, not in a negative sense, but it's like I feel like I've been putting things off, and I wanted to get on here and kind of get them off my chest and just talk about them a little bit. Nobody specifically did anything. It was just kind of one of those things where I'm just like, I gotta fix this. I gotta do something about it. It's not fix it, but I don't know how to describe it. But I wanted to do something. So let me fix my stuff real quick. You're not supposed to see this, but that's all right. Let me move this. I forgot how to do that. Do it just like this. Oh, can't do it like that. Damn it. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, this is supposed to be spontaneous, so all right. That's what I want to move to desktop 2. There we go. That's my desktop. All right. So apparently there's some OBS updates that I didn't realize that happened, so I had to go mess around with everything. Dragon Slayer, I see you, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, so without dragging this on too much, so what I wanted to vent about was basically like I was thinking about the reason why I made my channel. Now, excuse me, I had like 2 shots of vodka. I'm not drunk, but I'm a little loose, whatever. So I might say things a little too extreme, or I might slur my words a little bit. But I don't know, I was sitting here, and first thing was I was watching my little YouTube videos on mess around on EverQuest, and I had a little message pop up saying, "Hey, you're using an ad blocker and blah blah blah. YouTube does not allow that." And I was like, oh. And my wife had told me about this. Evie's my wife. For anybody who doesn't know, and she told me about this. Like, yeah, they've been doing that. And I'm like, what? I was like, well, I use uBlock anyway, so I'm straight. So it still popped up. I was like, man, like the nerves of Google to force you to not use the ad blocker on YouTube. It's like, that I get it. Like, YouTube is not made itself for making money. Initially, it was made just for streaming videos. Then later on, it got more corporate, where Google bought YouTube and then became part of their assets or whatever. And they had to make money off it, so that's why they have advertisers and blah blah blah. I get that stuff. And the thing is that they're making money off the people who provide the content. Now, there's people who make content for intentions of making money, and there's people who actually make content because they just want to share stuff. For me, it was about making money. It wasn't about being popular or blowing up. It was about doing something I just wanted to share. Because there's sometimes I watch somebody's videos. Dragon Slayer is one of the people I watch, but there's AC Gamer, there's Cypher Deck, there is Dalen75 or 74, I can't remember his name right now. Super Bits and Bob. There is I just watched this video earlier. I can't remember, but anyway, there's a lot of people I watch, and I'm subscribed to them. A lot of my P99 guys, and Dragon Slayer is the only one for Wafer Haven, and I just happen to like Wafer Haven, so I started watching his stuff. But but anyway, the whole point of me making my videos is just say, hey, these guys are out there having fun. And I admired a lot of what they were doing. And I was like, I want to do that. Why can't I say what I want to say about the game, or, whether it's about my life, or what's happening in the game, or, my opinions about the content that's in the game. And that inspired me. And the first couple of videos I made, I mean, I was shooting out videos left and right. I'm not bored with it, but I was having fun posting videos, and just I didn't know I had a certain skill to it. People seem to enjoy my videos, and I learned how to edit videos. I learned how to broadcast, and do all that stuff, and learn my mic setup and stuff like that. And I thought it was really exciting. It was fun. So I still like doing it. It's just right now I haven't been inspired to make anything because there hasn't been nothing for me to share that I feel like my viewers, and I say my viewers as if I have a gang of people watching. I have 20 subscribers, but 10 of them. Should I pull it up? Hold on, let me try this real quick. Switch my desktop. Okay. It's not gonna work. Hold on a sec. Can I do it? Yeah, I can. I can do anything. 1 second. Move this back to my desktop one. All right. Okay. So that's my desktop. All right. Not my desktop. That's my web browser. Now, a lot of things I believe in. I don't have to say everybody else has to believe in this, but let's say go here, open the web browser, YouTube. And if anybody doesn't know, because my name shows, my name is Ron, but I go by Saying the Alcoholic on my channel, right? So this is my Saying the Alcoholic subscription page. All I'm subscribed to on this page is Dragon Slayer. So that's why all you see is his videos on here. I decided to keep them isolated. And as you saw, I don't know if you saw it or not, I don't think it popped up, but I have 3 different accounts. I have my personal account, and if you look at Dragon Slayer's videos or some of his comments, you'll see from my personal account, and then you see some from my Send Alcoholic account. Anyway, so what was I going to show you here? I think it doesn't matter. Okay, so on my web browser, this is me just being a guy who likes having his privacy, not being spied on and stuff like that. I use this is uBlock. I use this in my web browser. Even the web browser I'm using is called LibreWolf, which is like a split off from Firefox, which is built on privacy. So I don't have my history being tracked. I don't have my cookies being recorded. Some of the things I changed. So when I close my browser, and if you can see these tabs here, I have like this is my personal YouTube account, and I have EverQuest stuff, and I have an anime site. I like to watch animes and cartoons on, and then my Bazaar for Wafer Haven. But I have everything private and everything isolated, and I wouldn't say I'm paranoid, but I would just say I like that have a little bit of privacy. I don't want nobody seeing everything and anything I do, and that's just me personally. Even the music I play, the music you probably heard playing earlier, it was from site from guys on YouTube who make copyright free music. Now there is a little niche to that. Again, this kind of ties into people trying to make money and do their thing. They make it copyright music, but they also the way some of these guys use it is they'll change it to I'm sorry, they have non-copyright music they created, and then if they want to, they could switch it over and say this is copyright music now, and then claim your videos that you posted on here. And in this case, just for the stream, I only use a couple minutes of it. I don't worry about the stream. So if they claim this video, I'm like, fine, whatever. I'll make my own video. There's a site that I do get my music from, which is Pixabay or Pixabay or something like that. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick without pulling up Pornhub or something like that. Pixabay, I believe it's called. Even notice I use DuckDuckGo again for privacy. So this is where I get my music from, and my videos where you hear music playing and stuff like that. I come here and you get a lot of copyright music. Some of these guys ask you to at least acknowledge them in your YouTube videos or whatever content you put up, and just saying, hey, I got the music from here. So if you look at my videos and you look in the description, you'll see that how these guys associated. Some of these guys I actually talk to, hey, I use your music, your video on here, and say, hey, don't link it to Pixabay, link it to my personal website, and I'll put the link in my description for those videos, or for the music or whatever content I use. And I try to share that stuff because these guys, they put this stuff out here for us to use, who I guess would be considered third party, and I like to share that stuff with them. But I get it; they gotta make money. It's like not everybody wants to work a 9 to 5, working at Albertsons or whatever. I'm nothing against Albertsons or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like working a 9 to 5, working a daily job, sitting at a desk. So people like to do things a little bit different. And if I was making money just providing content like this, that'd be amazing. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Wife and I have plans for starting a business, but we don't see that happening anytime soon. But anyway, um, I don't remember why I went into that, but this is where I like to get my music from. I like to have my choice. I don't like somebody like Google or YouTube telling me, hey, this is the only music we allow in here, or this is music that's copyright free, which is usually poor, and you hear it in every single video on YouTube, and it really freaking irks me. And there's a whole collection of here. Like I'll come in here and I'll type, let's go to music. I'm not on my account right now because I want everybody using my ish. Anyway, let's say spooky. Spooky IE or Y? Let's say Y. Y. There we go. Spooky music. So non-copyright music. 365 plus spooky sounds. So I can come in here and I'll say this guy. Now I used some of this stuff before. This stuff was usually pretty good. Hit play on it. Hope you guys didn't hear that. See? So if I want it, I hit download on it. And I usually hit a heart on it and I'll add it to like a note. Let me stop this. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. So I'll hit the heart on it. I'll hit the like a bookmark on it, and it'll take me to his page. And can I go on it right here? Yeah, you can come to his page, and I don't think he says on his. Yeah, feel free. Basically, in this space says feel free to use my music, but please accredit me. That's basically what he says. Please accredit me in my on your videos or whatever content you make with it. That's what I do. I come here and I give these guys props for what they do. I appreciate what they do because they're making music for people. Now they could have dollar signs next to all these tracks and you can pay for them all, but I like the fact that they supply them. And if I go through here and I like enough of his music, I'll at least give him credit. Hey man, hey, I think some have it's called, I think, buy a coffee or buy coffee or something like that, where you can actually, it's basically, how coffee used to be 99 cents or whatever, pay $1 for whatever it is, a donation. It doesn't necessarily have to be, this is the price of it, but you can say, hey, thank you. And if I use enough of this stuff, I don't mind supplementing him with some of my money that I earn. That's my biggest gripe, is that a lot of these YouTube creators are like, you owe me money because I'm supplying you content. No one owes you shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we make this content, remember YouTube was initially just for people sharing ideas and dreams and thoughts and whatever they wanted to share, something they thought was funny or whatever the case might be, and even their political things. But YouTube is like shutting that out. No, you can't believe that uh, uh, um, there's something wrong with a man becoming a woman or whatever the case might be. And I'm saying that, but you can reverse that in the same sense. Um, you have you can't say that white people should be proud of their nationality or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the opposites, even black people or whatever the case might be. You can't share your own thoughts. You're censored in so many degrees. And I might be censored just saying that. They might have an algorithm out there that hears everything I'm saying and say, nope, we're going to shut that stream down. But that's just an example. But I'm surprised they don't shut you down for using profanity. But my stuff is not marked for children. It's meant for anybody and everybody, but kids can find this if they really want to find my content. Anyway, so I'm not mad at YouTube, but I am mad at YouTube for the ad thing. I get it, they gotta make money, but Google makes so much money off of phones, off of their Chromebooks and all that crap like that, and they make billions of dollars. Like, how many times do you people say, hey, search the internet? No one. Everyone says Google that. And you know who started that? Google. Google started it. So, and I don't use Google. Like, no one says, yeah, just DuckDuckGo it or Bing it. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want to give Microsoft that much effort. But even then, we got places like Bing. I'm typing on dark here, so I can see my keyboard. Bing, which is I give Microsoft props for what they did here. This is a nice little setup. It has like quick news reports, it has weather. I'm in Texarkana, Texas, and they have a quick little, caps or whatever, which is okay. I mean, I'm not bragging about it, but one thing I always liked was their wallpapers. And I on my Linux desktop, I like to sometimes I stream on my background, but I'm not doing it in this case. But I give them props for that. And there was a time where Google, which you'll never see me type this in my web browser, but I'm doing it just for the sake of the stream. Google was amazing. No thanks, and that's my personal account there. So it was amazing because at the time we had competition like Yahoo that had full of crap on here. It took forever to load. And that was back when internet was on a dial-up connection, which was really slow, and it took forever to load that stuff up, all the graphics and everything else. So Google was shining back then. Nowadays, people have cable internet. They have faster streaming internet. Even the DSL is probably faster than it used to be. Um, but anyway, um, yeah, Bing is awesome, Dragon Slayer. Um, I like Bing, but I like DuckDuckGo just for the sake of privacy. Now again, I'm not a fool. I'm not stupid when it comes to DuckDuckGo. Whenever I see a company that says tired of being tracked and they promote that right off the bat, I'm not stupid to believe that they are not still pulling some BS in the background and are still tracking their stuff. Every company who comes out has something. They're doing it for a reason. No one's doing it for just for the sake of giving people what they want. And if they do start off like that, and then some company buy them off. Because guess what? If I started my YouTube channel just for the sake of sharing videos, and somebody said, "Hey, I like your brand. I want to buy you out," I would sell my shit for $1 million, which is not. It's a lot, but it's not a lot. It's a lot to us everyday 9 to 5 guys. But or if you're unemployed, whatever the case might be, you're low income. $1 million will take you a long way. You can buy a house, you pay off your car, pay your bills, whatever the case might be. So you're like, hell yeah, I'll sell my brand or whatever, or my YouTube channel for $1 million. And that's the same that could be said for somebody who started off with an honest idea of, hey, I want privacy. I'm tired of going depending on Google and Bing and the other sites are trying to exploit you for your privacy. And eventually DuckDuckGo, for example, and I don't know if they are or not. I'm just saying I'm not foolish to believe that they're not collecting stuff and selling bits and pieces here and there. Same with Mozilla, aka Firefox, um, doing the same thing, and it really sucks. It's really just I don't know. That's just a bit. It just really irks me that that type of stuff happens. But and then again, now I'm a touch here on my operating system here, so. You got my desktop. Let me switch over to my other screen. Am I showing it? Oops. That's the right one, right? All right, that's the one I want. I'm sorry. Again, been drinking. All right, so that's my OBS. All right, got my chat over here. This is my desktop. Now, these wallpapers, I made these off of AI art or whatever. Um, and all I did was just typed in the idea. So I was playing my shaman on EverQuest. I was like, man, it'd be cool to make a shaman frog lock, you know, artwork that I could put on my wallpaper, and I couldn't find that that looked kind of cool. And matter of fact, I did find something. Let's see if I can do this without showing you guys my private stuff. I want you guys to see my penis. No, I'm just messing with you. But let me find my picture here. Uh, so I was trying to get the AI to make me a picture of Froglock. So what I typed was this is the image here, so I'm full screen. So what I typed was uh, I think I typed frog, and I don't think it would understand a frog lock, but I imagine if it looked up the internet search, it'll tie it to EverQuest, blah blah blah. It would show it. But anyway, I typed in frog shaman, and it was supposed to be 3 frames, and then one as a warrior, shaman, mage, or something like that. And somehow it came up with 4 characters. Oh, and I had wolf as a pet in the background because I was thinking about Ducab with his spirit wolf, you know. So it kind of threw it together, but kind of didn't. And I said I wanted to be on the mountaintop looking at the sun. Now there are 4 characters, I guess 5, including the freaking sick dog frog. I don't know what the hell that is, but anyway, they're facing towards the camera instead of facing the sun. And then, I mean, I guess they're on a mountain, you know, which is kind of cool. And I want to be in shaman attire, and this is what they came up with. They're kind of froggish, but they also like ears like a wolf or a fox or something like that. I don't know what the hell this is. It looked like he's looking up. I think I probably typed in looking up at the sun on a mountaintop or something like that. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was kind of cool. But yeah. Anyway, I use AI work to create these. This one and my other desktop that shows my character. So I wear glasses, and I have a little bit of goatee, little pepper gray in it. So oh, you saying no drinks there? Oh, you know what? Let me see. I did see that. I know if you go to so those of you guys might not see it. So Dragon Slayer says, I was letting the loop that if you search Wayfair Haven on Google, I'm #1, and I'm about to shatter all his hopes and dreams because that's just not. No, it's fine. Hey, let me show you this real quick. Over here. All right. So I use DuckDuckGo, but he does show up in here, and I show up with her too. I just want to point that out. So let's say EverQuest Wayfair. Wayfair. Yes, I think so. That's on there. Haven. Now, if you go to, I think on other sites of like Google and I think Bing, they'll show video stuff on here too. But I'll switch over to videos real quick. And a lot of this stuff is Dragon Slayer stuff. I think this one might be his. I'm not sure. I don't want to click on it. No, it's not. All right. Dragon Slayer, Dragon Slayer. Oh, look. It's saying down with the Hulk in there. There's Dragon Slayer, Dragon Slayer, Dragon Slayer. A lot of Dragon Slayer in there. And there's a couple people in there in between who are not really Wayfair Haven. They're just EverQuest people. Which I hate when that happens on here. But let's try let's go to Bing because I'm not gonna use Google. Type in it here. They like to use their AI shit, so okay. Oh, normally this show, oh, I guess it's right here now. So yeah, all it is right here. And it cuts off again the videos and stuff. But there's my video. I don't know why this video showed up the most. It had 8 views on it 2 months ago, but it shows up there, which is it's not really my most popular video. It's weird that it shows up at all. Yeah, I mean Dragon Slayer is like one of the top ones on here. Who's this one? He's the Wayfair Haven. Yeah, this is like 2018, but you know this one I always see this one all the time. Dazzler 51 Bard. But let's go back to this other screen here. Does it show anything else? The other day I did search on here Dragon Slayer and I saw it showed Wayfair Haven, but then it showed immediately underneath it, it showed one of your videos on here. But mine was on there too. It's like, right, I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, that is true. But anyway, man, you make me miss where I was going. Oh yeah, so again, I was using AI to put together some artwork. Now my chat window, let me pull my chat window back over here. So the thing is when I click on my desktop, yeah, if I click anywhere other than OBS, it goes away, so it's hard for me to see what's going on. I'll just put it back over here. All right, anyway. So I use the AI to create the artwork. Now, to touch on my desktop real quick, I'm using Linux. I want to do a separate video on this, but since I'm just venting and talking about stuff, I'm just going to touch on this real quick. If anybody comes across this video later who's not watching it live and curious about it, I want to point out I'm using Linux. This is Neptune Linux, which is KDE. If I hit the Windows button, this is my oh, I'll just explain it. My application menu, kind of like I don't know if you guys remember Windows 8. It had like an app menu. This is where they got it from. This is where Linux. A lot of stuff you see in Windows came from Linux, so this is where they got it from. But anyway, that's basically come up here. I don't know if you'll see this, but these are my different desktops. I have virtual desktops. This is again something I started on Linux, and the reason why I pointed this out is because I had a little, I don't say a debate, like it's somewhat of a debate, but it was like slightly friendly debate with somebody about a month ago on privacy and stuff like that on Linux, or not on Linux, but on from YouTube or Google. And during their conversation, like, man, I can't like, they were basically saying, I don't like ads, I don't like all this stuff that's happening, and it's only a matter of time before Microsoft, it says something like there's no alternatives. It's just like Microsoft will spy on you, and Microsoft did get to a point of spying on you when it came to Windows 8 and then Windows 10, now Windows 11. They have built in that they automatically install software that is automatically spying on you. There's games that are automatically installed. Remember when you install, and it's like everybody installed, unless I'm an IT guy. So I'm constantly installing operating systems at work. I'm doing it here at home. And I'm seeing the things that Microsoft sticks inside the operating system that's meant to spy on you, whether it's your location, what you're typing, what you're searching, what applications you're opening up, and that type of stuff. And obviously, they make you tie into the infrastructure by getting you to, sign into your Microsoft account. Just like Google did. They kind of took a note from Google and said, okay, well, we'll get everybody embedded in that. So you want to use Excel, you want to use Word, you want to use PowerPoint. And just like DragonSlayer just noticed now that, oh, well, we have this free application that you can use for editing your videos. Guess what? We're going to take that away from you and we're going to make you subscribe to this. And right now they're making you subscribe, but I guarantee that it's a matter of time for them to make it open or have like a trial or to have a reduced price on it or something like that, and they're gonna make you get into it. But you're gonna have to sign in with your Microsoft account, the same account you use to log into your computer, and they're gonna tie all your stuff together. Now, I sound paranoid and stuff, but it's a step. It's a note from Google. They took those ideas and said, yeah, let's make ourselves more important. And again, I'm talking all over the place here, but it pissed me off back in the day when Microsoft came out with the Windows Phone. Windows Phone was pretty cool. It was unique. It stood out from the other ones that had all you had was Android and Windows and iPhone. And Microsoft said, hey, you know what? We're gonna come out with a Windows Phone. And I remember seeing the comments in the app for the apps and stuff like that. Oh, when you're gonna get Instagram? Oh, when you're gonna get what's the other one to use? Twitter, Facebook, and stuff. And the cool thing about the Windows Phone, which is Linux does already, or at least on this is KDE desktop, which I'm not gonna break into that right now, is that on the Windows Phone, your contacts and your Facebook account or any other social media accounts were locked in. They were tied together automatically. So I can go if I was say me and DragonSlayer are buddies or whatever, and if I want to send them a text, I can text them, and I can send them as a regular text, or I can hit a little button on there that says there's a Facebook comment, and I can type my message and hit it, and I'll go to his Facebook page instead of going directly to his text messaging, without me opening up my Facebook app and typing a message to him. Like it was integrated into the operating system, which was kind of cool. Like on here, if I hit, that's kind of the same concept. Now this is a media player. Now this, if I hit, like right now, it's what's this quick? All right, this is yeah. So this is my YouTube channel that's showing right here. I wish they'd have it identified because sometimes I have music playing. I have my YouTube channel up, and it doesn't have it broken up. But in this case, they have my web browser tied to it, so I can play this. I mean, it's obviously it's recording and playing. I have it muted in the background, but it will play that, and allow me to do that, and I can continue doing what I want to do. Yes, I can open up the web browser and do that, but I like how it's incorporated with the operating system. I didn't install nothing separately to do that. It's already built into the operating system. Now, I'm not worried about so much. I am worried a little bit with privacy in here because KDE is a business, but they are also for the Linux community and it's open source. So there's a lot of people out there who are just like myself who are about privacy, and they dig into the code. And open source means they can look in that code and they can see what's going on in the background. I'm not savvy enough to figure out that type of stuff, but there are people who do that stuff. But anyway, all over the place. So this is my Linux desktop that I'm using right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay with this, but it's what I'm using. I got my Discord up. I'm not gonna open that up right now, but that's my Discord. I got my let's see, I got OBS in here. I got KDE. This is what I use to edit my videos. I don't have anything installed in here right now, or I don't have anything set up. I just recently switched over from a couple of different operating systems. I've been running Linux for the last I'm gonna say about 3 years now, and this is the software I use when I edit my videos. Since I've been doing this, I've been doing YouTube videos not that long, probably like 3 or 4 months or something like that. Probably not even that long. But this is the software I use for editing my videos. Um, Now all my little shortcuts, everything I add on here, have on here are not on this one because again, it's a fresh operating system. I've been rocking this now for about I want to say about 3 weeks. Testing it out. I've seen it around. I never used the operating system, and I figured I'd give it a run. I think one day when I was installing it, I just wanted to test everything out and see if it works. But anyway, so what I wanted to show, and the reason why I brought up the whole Windows thing is that people were like, "Where's this? Where's that? Where's this?" And to me, it does not matter what operating system you are on because even the Apple did the same thing. They came out with they've been had their desktop environment and they copied a little bit of Windows by making their desktop environment similar to Windows. But then they blew up, was it early 2000 when they came out the MacBooks and with the big old monitor screens that were like blue and yellow and all stuff like that. And they made things that were a comparison to Microsoft, but people were complaining because it wasn't Microsoft Office. It wasn't the same stuff they use on Windows. And Apple tried to compete with that and they're like, fine. Then they did a contract with Windows or Microsoft and they said, okay, let us use your Office program on Mac. And then they had it open up for them to use. And the thing that really irks me about that is like I'm on Linux and I'm surviving just fine. And especially in today's day and age, people don't realize this that I don't need Google to do a lot of my stuff. I use matter of fact on here, do I have an Office program? I normally would, but in this case, yeah, see, I have LibreOffice. Now, people will open this up and be like, this does not look like I'll just write it right now. This does not look like Windows. And the thing is that I don't need to look like Microsoft or Windows up here. Yeah. Okay. Now this looks like an outdated version of Microsoft Word, but this has all the exact same features that Microsoft has. And if I take my time to actually learn how to use it, it will work just as fine. And even when it comes to save, I don't know if I can do it right now. Save. It has all now. This no, I don't know why it does ODT. I think that's by open source version format. But you can come down here and you can choose the Word format style that you need. So that way, when somebody else opens it up in Word, if you were to go from Linux to Windows, it'll recognize it and open up correctly. Now there are some times I don't know if they fix it and since then, but there were times where some of the transitions when they encode it or change it, the graphics will not show up correctly on the Microsoft side of things. But but the whole point is that I think they've been tweaking it and working on it for a long time. LibreOffice and the Libre set of tools have been around for a long time. But anyway, the whole point is that I'm on Linux and I can survive just fine. I have my Chrome, aka, and I can get Google Chrome on here, but this is Chromium. This is like the open source version of Chrome. For those of you who don't know, this is basically what happens behind the scenes before they get to Chrome. So this is what they use right here. This is a built-in KDE version of a web browser, which is somewhat similar to Firefox, aka Mozilla. And these are some other programs I really don't use. I don't use Latte Doc, but these are video editors I was testing out. But I got my VLC. Luchs is for when I play EverQuest and stuff like that. And I got my Discord and a lot of stuff. And look on here. That's what I want to show you too. I don't want to stay on this whole Linux thing, but I just want to show you real quick. So, all right. So this is Discover, aka Software Center. Now you're like, oh, they stole that from Windows. No, again, all the stores and everything, they're already on Linux for years. I started using Linux back in 2004, 2005, and they had repositories at the time which were similar to this. Open it up and you start typing in what application you're looking for. Hold on a second. Did somebody just message me? Oh no, hold on a second. I thought I heard chime like somebody was trying to text me. Nope, that's not. Yeah, switch back. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So Linux has been had the software center in it, and as you see, VLC and stuff like that is on there. Now you might not find like let's say like Photoshop or something like that. Photoshop. You're not gonna find that on here. There are different other programs for photo editing and stuff like that. In my case, I use GU. I hate how they name the things on Linux sometimes. Like what the hell is ePhoto? I mean, I guess ePhoto is more ideal, but they gotten better. There was times where it was like a bunch of three-letter words and like what the hell is that? And GNU image manipulation, aka GIMP. That's what they call it, GIMP. This is equivalent, similar to Photoshop. It's not as good as Photoshop, but they do have some other programs that are free and good to use for photoshopping type stuff. I know they have Blender and stuff like that. But anyway, software updates are all here too. Again, very much like Windows. Um, I think what I'm trying to say is that there is alternative out there. There is stuff out there that people can use. Internet web browsers. And there'd be things like this is a Florp. I like to support these guys. This is I think it's kind of like Firefox, but it's made in Japan, which is Japan is really good with technology and stuff like that. But there's a group of guys who came up with a web browser that is using I think the Firefox code, but they made it for Japanese people. But you can use it here in the U.S. and stuff like that. And it's I don't know. I find it unique. I'm glad that people are trying to do something. I'm not sure you can see that or not, but they attempted to do something, and I try them out from time to time. But I like my Libre Wolf, and again, Libre is a branch off of Firefox as well. Um, got Telegram. I use this for me and the wife. We'll chat on this. I have my Firefox on here. It's Libre Wolf. This is for connecting to if you had a remote end from Linux to Windows, you can use this. Um, let's see. I use this from time to time. I'll throw my YouTube videos in there. I usually have like my subscriptions, my personal account. I'll subscribe now. I'll put my videos in here and I'll play off of this. Just so I feel like because they have like different branches or they're not meant for tracking. They don't keep track of your data on what you're playing. So sometimes I'll put it on there and do that. But most of the time I'm just watching Libre Wolf and I delete my history. I don't allow Google to track my history, so that's why I do there. But the whole point I'm pointing out, see, even this right here is for downloading and watching your favorite mangas. If you want to, I like watching anime, so you can download the actual manga. And if people don't know, manga is like the comic book equivalent of an anime, or I guess to a comic like Marvel. You can look at it in a magazine, or you can go watch the anime or animated series. In this case, if we're watching anime, it would be called anime. So you can watch it. You can get the book of the anime or certain animes you like, and you can actually watch the anime, which is the cartoon live action. You know what I mean? I'm probably not explaining that well. Um, Now keep in mind, obviously, anime was having issues with the anime industry was having issues with people just downloading the shit, getting it for free, streaming it for free. So that's some FYI. You might have issues with that, but you can get some of the stuff on there. Not everything, but some things. And you see it had a WhatsApp desktop on here. Now the WhatsApp desktop, just like I got Discord and Telegram. Some of these companies they actually made stuff that are the Linux equivalent or they're made for Linux. And some which people are starting to realize nowadays, which a lot of people don't realize, these quote unquote apps are just web pages that are opening up on your desktop or on your phone. And they look like they're isolated and built a certain way, but they're not. They're actually just a cohesive way to operate on their environment, I guess. If I want to go to Facebook, I can get a Facebook program on here and it'll act just like a web browser, but it'll lock everything out and just put me to let's put it on here, Facebook. I don't have it on here, but I have Messenger or whatever. But they have stuff like that isolates everything, and that's what a lot of this stuff is. It's like I guess they call it a web app. And matter of fact, I can use my Discord and I can use my Telegram on my web browser without having to download any operating system stuff, any software on my computer without filling up my space. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that Linux is a good alternative. Take your time and venture out there. Stop being stuck on this is the only way to do things. So back to my little argument that I had with the guy in the comments. Oh, he's stupid. um, like so, the guy in the comments I was talking to about a month ago was saying that, um, yeah, man, privacy and it's only a matter of time. Microsoft is spying on you and on their operating system. I said, well, there's alternative. You can use Linux. And right away he went to like was and I guess he thought I was saying Linux is the way to go. I wasn't saying that, but I was like, there is alternative. Just like you can use Chromium, and you say, oh, man, Google's spying on me. Okay, we'll get out of Chromium. And some people go to Brave, which is still based off of Chrome, Google, but it's ideally, I'm putting quotations, you can't see me right now, but I'm putting quotations there. It's supposed to be private. And I like Brave on my phone because it does block ads. I don't have to put no ad blocker or something like that. I can look at YouTube videos. I don't use the YouTube app. I watch my YouTube videos on my web browser on Brave on my phone because I don't get no ads. There's no ads that fly in my house. I don't like ads in my house because we get we're always being having things sold to us. You go out in public, you go to a concert. There's always somebody trying to get your information, so they can get your information. So they can call you on your damn phone. They can send you a fucking email message. You go buy some cologne or something like that. They go, oh, so you can set up your account for you. Let's get your phone number in the email. Like people are always trying to sell. But when you go home, and after you already bought your cologne or whatever the case might be, now you get an email message talking about, hey, here's some cologne you might like, or here's this. Like, I hate when they take your information and they use it against you. And you thought you were to set up an account for them, so it's easier for you to go, hey, when you swipe your little badge or whatever the case might be, they'll say, hey, oh, it's you, Mr. Ron or Mr. Sang or whatever. Hey, we saw you do like this. We got a new stock of this brand new variant of that clone you like. Here you go. Would you like this or whatever the case might be? They don't do that though. What they do is send you advertisements for, hey, we got a sale on meats this weekend. Hey, next thing you know, you got third parties who are contacting you. Hey, would you like to get a cheaper phone bill? Or hey, I don't know, we're trying to get some new plumbing service in the neighborhood and we thought you might want to use our service. Like, I hate when people are soliciting information to me that I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like, let my information be my information. There was a time where I think to this day, if you still use Yellow Pages, I'm guarantee your stuff is still listed there. And it's so frustrating. Um, Sorry, I thought I post something else. But I hate that your information's out there, and I try to minimize that as much as possible. Man, I change my number. I have emails I use for chatting with people and send stuff, send the information to. And there's my name, even my name in itself. I use my government name for official things. So when I get an email that says hey, and they use my official name, that I know that it's official. And then when if I had somebody try to email me with my family name and say, oh, this is official documentation, and it was like a family name that I use. And if you guys don't know, Sang the Alcoholic, Sang is a name that my grandmother gave me as a child. So that's why I use the name Sang. It's a nickname. No one in my family really uses it, but my mom told me about it when I was a kid, so I kind of hung on to it because I thought it was kind of cool. So I use Sang as a nickname. But if somebody was to email me and say, hey, Sang, we have a special deal, or hey, you got to pay your taxes and blah, 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 I'm like, why is the IRS contacting me and referring to me as my nickname? That's why I know it's spam now. And unless they're using my official name, which the government will have my official name, they would email me or contact me with the official information. And I hate when companies call you and say, well, let me verify this. And then you got to tell them the information. How are they verifying it? Like, if you're a stranger, basically you're a stranger, it's just me knocking at your door and saying, hey, Dragon Slayer, we want to verify it's you before we give you this information. Can you tell us your address, your phone number, and your mother's maiden name? And he's telling me this information. I'm just writing the shit down. I'm like, yep, that looks about right. And I'm like, yeah, here's a letter from Sang. And he's like, no, he doesn't realize. He's like, okay, I got a letter from Sang. Okay, that's weird. Now I just walked away with his information, and I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate when companies do that. Let's verify you. When AT&T, when I'm talking to AT&T, and they send me verify information, they should be saying, hey, is this information correct? Because somewhere it has to be a bit of trust. Now, if I'm calling AT&T, yeah, so it makes sense that I verify the information. But if you call me, and you ask them for verification, then you should be saying, are you the person I'm talking to? Is your last name this? Is this your address? And actually verifying it, because most people, if I call Dragon Slayer as a business person and I say, hey man, I got an urgent message, but before I give it to you, I need to verify you are who you are. Is your name this? Is your name that? Is your name, is your address this? Blah blah blah. And Now, an average person's not like, yeah, and saying yes to this because they want to get the juicy gossip, because half the time they don't care. If I say, okay, well, you need to know that you owe taxes for 2023 and blah, blah, blah. And the person's like, oh, shit, I don't need to know that. Like you'll say, hey, you won the lottery. We got $1 million in this bag here. We want to make sure it's you before we give you this $1 million. They usually have something official they got to tell you. So if my bank calls me and they say, hey, want to verify it's you? Okay, yeah, it's me. All right, well, is your name this? Is this? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, well, this we gotta let you know. Your bank account is being accessed from this location. Is this you? Blah blah, and that makes sense. But anyway, that's me going on my whole security thing. But anyway, back to the Linux thing. I'm using this right now for security purposes. I'm trying to rush. I know I'm all over the place in my talk, but um, I like it. It's comfortable. Has my applications here. You can see where I get my stuff at, and you see where was that at? That's not important. But anyway, I want to do a longer video about this because people think that, like the guy was saying in the comments, that, oh no, Linux is only meant for I can't remember how he worded it, but basically it's almost like an uh application, not conductor, but it's meant to only run the application. If you don't know, your router in your house is run off of Linux. You know what I'm saying? Your Android phone, guess what? That's Linux. It's a different branch of Linux, but it's Linux. Same with the iPhone. Um, but people seem to think it's only good for routers. It's only good for running your phone operating system. Guess what? You can use it on your desktop. And the servers are running your internet service providers stuff. It's all Linux because it's more dependable than Windows. Windows is used for server cases, but it's in a corporate idea, yes, but guess what? Behind that, it's also supported by Linux. Linux is actually running a lot of stuff, and then Windows would be like the in your face, the top layer that people see. You know what I'm saying? Like your router, your encoding for your. I have a NAS in my house. I don't know if you guys know, but it's like a network storage that I keep all my videos and everything stored on, and that's ran off of Linux. It has a video, it has a graphical interface, but it's all based on Linux. Anywho, so anyway, this guy was venting about Linux is only used for using certain applications, stuff like that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm actually chatting with you, and I didn't go into all this with him, but I was like, oh man, well, you just gotta look out there. There's more alternatives. There are alternatives out there, and I'm surviving on this. I've been surviving on Linux for about 3 years with no issue. And I say surviving as in I'm not stressing anything, because everything can be done nowadays in a web browser. You can open up a web browser, you can type in your bank account, you can type in your YouTube, you can type in all the stuff you pay your bills every every day is usually done on a web browser. If not, you put up on your phone. If I want to look at my video cameras in my house, I can type in my IP address and go to a certain port, and shows my cameras at my house. You know what I'm saying? Now there are some companies out there who only lock you into using their programs or their apps on your phone. People don't know apps or applications, aka software. They're nothing special. It's nothing different from what's on the computer. But they call it apps because people think, oh, it's totally different from what's on the computer. It's application, aka software. It's just software. So it's nothing crazy. But anyway, people seem to lock themselves into something. They say, I'm going to use Google. Google's the only way I can keep my content, my contacts in my phone together. I can only use their web platform for storing my data, my pictures and stuff like that from my phone. There's alternatives out there. Just look. It's not that hard. Look at Linux. There's a lot of. That's what I was going to show you too. Again, talking all over the place. Just open a whole new page here. Bam. Okay. You guys said okay, yeah. All right. So these are the pages I go to. Normally this is not there. This is only here because I was showing you guys. But this is for EverQuest. This is my anime stuff. EverQuest. This is because I was using this to set up my stream. EverQuest. That's all I do 90% of the time. So when it came to me deciding if I want to use Linux or not, I was like, can I survive in it? And I realized that 90% of the time when I turn my computer on, I'm playing a video game. I'm playing EverQuest. I don't play the AAA titles that just came out, fresh to the market. When I was on Windows, it was easy to do, but now I'm on Linux. It's like, now some of those things are plug and play. They don't get me wrong, they are plug and play. There's very few in between, but there are some. But I don't play like now. I'm 45 years old. Well, actually, I'm 44. I'm about to be 45 here in December. I've been telling myself I'm 45 all year, but 45 years old now. Some of you might be hearing that and say you're young. Some people might say you're old. Now, for myself, as I get older, I know it's gonna be harder for me to adjust to technology because your brain kind of gets stuck into where you're from. What you don't, and it's gonna be harder for me to see the transition to what's popular, what's hot, what's secure, and all those type of things. But I found that in my age right now, I don't want to play AAA titles, especially with the way the game market is today. The game market today is constantly like, oh, we're going to give you this game for free, but then you got to pay for all these little bells and whistles and all these DLCs are going to come out with, and they constantly do that, and they really mess up the game market. And the fact that myself and Dragon Slayer and most of the guys in this group, in this guild, we're all older guys. We're all OGs when it comes to playing EverQuest. Because we remember a time where the game was a lot of fun and it was about being innovative, and it wasn't about marketing and making all this money. Now, as you see, like we're playing Wafer Haven, where they changed the graphics and made things a little bit easier, and that was when they started getting more in the marketing niche, and they started trying to make it compete with WoW and stuff like that, because WoW became the new EverQuest at the time. But that's when they started trying to get your information, not get your information, but they try to sell you on how wonderful this game is instead of just being a great game by itself. If you're a great product, people are going to notice you, you know. But if people start coming out saying, this is a shit, this is a shit, this is a shit nowadays, it's an advertisement. There's somebody, I don't care if I came out to you right now and I said, hey man, OBS is the greatest, OBS is the greatest, OBS is the greatest, and then Dragon Slayer said OBS is the greatest, OBS is the greatest, kept saying all that stuff, I promise you right now, it's a market. There's somebody behind you who's trying to pull the strings. If you go to YouTube and you keep hearing people saying OBS is the greatest, guess what? There's a campaign behind that, and most likely myself and Dragon Slayer and everybody else are probably getting paid on it, or we've been brainwashed already and we're believing it and we're regurgitating it. All you gotta do is convince about 10 people, and they keep putting it out. Eventually, everybody else is gonna jump on board and believe the same thing. And that's where you gotta pop your head open and open your mind, open your eyes, and look around and say, no, that's not true. Let me see what's really going on. And then it might be legitimate. People are, yes, OBS. Oh, now I'm looking at right now, OBS is fucking awesome. This thing is built-in tool. I use a lot of stuff on Linux, and this one has everything I need in it. I don't need nothing else. That's awesome. Guess what? They don't need my email. They don't need my phone number. They don't need my picture ID. They don't need my wife's maiden name. They don't need none of that stuff. They just, here's software, open source. Now, in a lot of companies like OBS will say, all right, well, we'll need some open source for you guys, but now we also want to sell a version that is closed source, I guess, that's meant to be bought with a license and stuff like that, and they'll do that. They might not upgrade the open source one as much, but they'll have it there for people who want to use it for free or use it for personal use instead of business use, which is awesome. But no, I lost my train of thought again. But where was I going? Why did I open my web browser? Oh, I was gonna show you different Linux. Oh, so here's where I go to go find my Linux desktops. I try different things. Now, if you're interested in Linux, I go to DistroWatt. You don't have to use what I'm using. It might not be your thing. Maybe one day I might go in and show you some of the ones I advise you to use. Actually, I'll point out a couple right now. So I come here. This is like what's new on Linux. Um, I don't know, they came out with a new one, but let's show you different desktop environments. I don't want to break all this down. It's a lot on my throat. I don't want to say it all right now, but they have a whole list. Now this not the DistroWatch it's like the equivalent of Google, I guess. When people say search something, they'll say Google it. Well, if you want to find a Linux desktop, most people say DistroWatch, but there's several other sites out there. I normally use DistroWatch, but you can come in here. You can find now. This is what most people are clicking on. So the rating right here, this is a rating, and the most popular, quote unquote popular. But that's the amount of people who are clicking on these links, and then they bring it up here. That's what makes them hot. It makes Linux is pretty cool, but everybody knows Ubuntu. They know Debian. They might know Linux Mint. Pop! OS is one of the ones I was using 2 years ago. I used Pop! OS and I used Manjaro the year after, and now I'm on. Now again, this is me being innovative and trying something different. See how far I've gone down on the list now. So I can find it. Maybe I've been drinking too much. Hold on. Control F. Neptune. That's what I'm using. So it's number 61. So I worked my way from up here and I looked around. I tried Endeavor. I tried a lot of these operating systems. And there is a certain, there might be one here that you might like and look at. And and some of you guys, I know some of you are like, I don't know about all this. I just want to play EverQuest. I get it. I get it. You know, I'm trying to keep it simple for you, but there's alternatives out there. There's a lot of things you can look into that you don't realize exist. You just gotta open your mind. Don't sit there and think that because there's $1 billion company behind it that you're getting the best of the best. That's not true at all. You know, there are people out there who are trying to take your money and they convince you that the only alternative is them. So Linux is out there, and that's all I'll say about that. Anyway, so while the guy was talking and stuff, well, not the guy, but I went to another channel. I was talking to somebody. Actually, no, correction. So let me drink my throat's getting sore. I don't talk this much. I'm just talking right now, but let me drink. Okay, so I was on somebody's YouTube video I was watching, and in the comments they were like, it was an EverQuest video. They're like, oh no, actually no, that's what it was. I went to the Wait for Heaven page, and I don't think the comments there anymore. Let's see here. So I'll dox myself. I hate typing for some reason. Alright. Wait for Haven. So I think I'm signed in on here. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, when I came to their page, I think one of the last comments was like, I would love to play this, but I can't figure out how to play it on Linux. It's like, I thought about making videos on that. Because there are people out there who are like, it's my personal account, I think. Go load up. Yeah, my personal. Okay. So if I type EverQuest Linux, see, and there's people who post some digital wasteland. He does a lot of what's that called, TTY, the computer talk when they do their videos, and he did a video on that. It's like over a year ago. I think he did a one recently, or I think he's talking about trying to get on a new server and he couldn't figure out how to get to play on. Oh no, that Quorum EverQuest. That's how everybody's having all the hoopla about that. And there's like, man, if I can just play on Linux, I'm like, it's not really that hard. It's Linux or EverQuest has been around for a long time, and guess what? They broke the code on that, and it's been out on Linux. It's, you know, you can play it on Linux. It's not a big deal. So I want to do a video on that to show you guys that it is possible. It's, I mean, and I'll show you guys right now. So anyway, somebody made a comment that was some of that and said, hey, I wish I could get this played on Linux. I'm like, it's not that fucking hard. But again, there was a time where I was brand new. I'm not one of these guys who come here, and this is what most people see. I hate when Linux guys show this. It's not that it's not realistic. It irks me because this is what people see when it comes to Linux. And I hate when they say, okay, let's open up a web browser. You know, type in a bunch of fucking commands. And they're like, all right, now we're going to go ahead and move that file. And we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to do that. I'm like, who the fuck is, it's 2023. So why do you have, this is called a GUI, aka a graphical user interface, okay? Why do I need a mouse and keyboard if I'm going to click and drag on shit? But I'm going to spend 90% of my time, again, I'm venting, 90% of my time right here. I'm going to open my file. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to move this over here. Why the fuck are you doing that when you can go, check this out. Let me show you an easy way to do that. Open your home folder. Now I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, click and fucking drag. Why are you acting all like it's that complicated? You know, like, if you ask a hacker, when you see these videos and these guys are like this and they're doing, you see these videos, right? I think it's so hilarious. I have a friend who does this. Now, he doesn't do this. He don't have the terminal come up, but he opens up Windows programs or whatever, and he does things, but he does shortcut keys. So he's typing on the keyboard a lot, but it makes sense. He's hitting shortcuts to make the, like for me, if I hit the Windows button, it makes this come up, and if I hit T, then it'll isolate everything that starts with a T, and then usually it'll be the first thing highlighted is that if I don't want to do that, I could hit the Windows button, T, enter, and then that's me typing without me clicking. So I understand that that's just shortcuts. But when I see when you see these movies, this is hilarious to me. They're like I'm in. Like, and I'm not talking. Don't worry about the gibberish on the screen. All I'm talking about is I'm just typing on the fucking keyboard, and like motherfucker hackers nowadays, they do a little bit of this, they write this, they'll copy this and put this into a script. Now I'm not a hacker, but I kind of got an idea. I did a little. I have I'm halfway through a degree in computer engineering, and I've not gone back to school, but I got a general idea of that. I know it's not hacking, but it's the idea of making software and programming stuff. So anyway, um, but they'll make a script in the script. So, for example, if I wanted my Lutris to open, Lutris is what I use to play EverQuest on. So, if I want Lutris to open up, since started my computer, I can make a script that says when the desktop loads up, go ahead and open up Lutris and then launch my game account or whatever the case might be, and I can have a script for that. That'll be it for this. I don't need to go here to copy and move up the files. Now, there are some extenuating situations, but 90% of the time, for everyday users, if you're watching this video and you're not a Linux user, and this is what you're expecting right here, you're wrong. This is not what's going to happen 90% of the time. And there are operating systems that depend on this a lot. This is my last minute, this is my troubleshooting platform. This is what I'm trying to figure out something. So I'm trying to get something that's broken to fix. And 90% of the time, I have not had to fix anything on this desktop. Haven't had to do it with Manjaro or Pop OS. So I don't really touch this terminal at all. Unless there's something that's some unique, some weird shit that's happening. I'm like, I had to look up a web page and I'll type, I find out commands, I understand what it means, and then I'll copy and paste it in here and I run it, and then you may never see me in this terminal again. So if you're scared of getting on Linux because you think you have to deal with this, it's not true. Nowadays you don't have to do all that stuff. So I just want to point that out. Um, but anyway, I'm sorry. It just really pissed me off when I see people like, no, you have to be in the terminal. No, no. So anyway, so what I use now, there's different things you can do. Oh shit, I don't want that. I'm sorry. So when you get on Linux, there's different ways you can load up your games and stuff like that. And I'll make a separate video on this. But if you happen to be one of those people who are like, I want to play EverQuest, but I want to play it on Linux, then let me show you real quick how to do this, and I can break it down more. If you're watching this video later, you're not watching a live stream, and you come across this, and you want to learn how to do it, just make a note in the comments after the fact, and maybe I'll rush that video out. But anyway, most people know of Wine, and Wine is what's it stand for? Windows. Wait, Wine is not emulator. That's what Wine stands for. Windows. Yeah, Wine is not emulator. That's what it stands for. Anyway, it does not emulate Windows, but it's supposed to be similar to that. But Lutris shows up underneath this. Play on Linux is popular, and then Wine is like the core of a lot of stuff that allows you to play games and use Windows software on Linux. I'm not gonna go too much detail into that, but you might have, if you look up Wine on your own, you'll find out what it's meant for. Now the cool thing about Steam has started Proton, and Proton for them was like, okay, well, we'll bring some of these Linux guys in on this, and they basically came up with encoders that allowed them to play Windows games on Steam on Linux. So Photon is another option. But I mean, not Photon by itself, but I don't really use it too much, but it's basically you can use Steam on Linux, and it has a Photon encoder, which is the same thing, allows you to play Windows games on Linux. Same concept, but their progress and Wine's progress tied together made a lot of advancement in the Linux world when it came to gaming. So, with that being said, so I use Lutris. Now, these are my game accounts. EQ Lazarus. Every now and then I get on Lazarus and I play Lazarus or I play Imperium, and this is what I use anyway. So, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how, and I can't show you the raw idea how I load my games. I normally I have thumbnails here, but when I was rushing to put this together, I was testing out this software. I don't want to bother with thumbnails and crap like that and desktop stuff. But anyway, I don't think I have anything I can load up real quick. Let's see. I probably could do it. Games. Okay, let me show you an example real quick. Now, the only thing about this is that now when I installed EverQuest Wayfarer Haven, I had none of the files that Wayfarer Haven required me to have. So I had to make an effort to actually download their files from from their how-to guide as if I was on Windows. And then after that, I took over my Linux part of it, and it's not very hard. But since I have the file, I only downloaded it one time, and I made copies of it. And some people might play their multiple accounts. These are like when you see the names here, these are names for characters on the accounts, so I can identify which one's which. So EQ, Wayfarer Haven, and then name of the character. This is Duke Cap's account. So anyway, so what I would normally do is I can right click on here and I'll hit duplicate, and I'll make me another one, and then I'll name it whatever I want to name it, and then I'll log in with that account. So when you open, when you pull up your EverQuest account, it says your username and you just put in your password and you go. So that's what I did. But anyway, what I did was I actually installed the actual game. So it's kind of hard to do it because I use for Lazarus and Imperium, I used the script that I found for P99 on here. So in this case, what I'll do is actually, I don't know if I want to do all that. Not browse files, that's not what I want. I use, all right, so configure. All right, so just so you guys are understanding, if you're gonna install Linux and you're gonna say I'm gonna run EverQuest on it, because it's so much smooth, don't believe the hype. It's not everything. I mean, there are desktops that are really smooth. This one works very well for a KDE, but don't have this delusion that Linux is faster, secure. No, don't believe all the hype. There's some out there who are meant for security. They don't let shit go through your network. They don't let anything happen. There are some that are like that, and there's some that are just like, here's one that is for functionality. You get your word processors, your Excel, and all that stuff like that, and you get your gaming done on it. Don't believe that, oh, this is only for gaming. No, it's not true. They have stuff that's installed on it for gaming, but I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm going big rant. Anyway, so for the Lazarus one, this is the only one I had to use this file for. So see, it's an Imperium patcher because initially I was playing on Imperium, but I have it all in my downloads folder in my project Lazarus folder, just so I can identify it. But I know I use my patcher. Now for Lazarus and Imperium have two different spell sets, but I have a copy of the Lazarus spell files in my download folder, and I just replace it in the Imperium folder. That's probably a very confusing way to explain that. It's not important. But anyway, so when I come in here, I'm trying to do this without being confused. All right, let's do this. All right, all I do is I hit the plus sign up here on top. I go to add locally install. So if you already have a Windows downloaded this game, let's go ahead and do add locally install game. So if you say it's in your downloads folder, so I'm gonna name it, and I'm gonna say this is EverQuest. I'm gonna put test for now. EverQuest test. The runner is how it's basically being ran. It's gonna be a Flatpak, it's gonna be Linux, it's gonna be Steam, it's gonna be Wine. In this case, we know Wine in this case is gonna be Windows. Okay, so we'll say Windows. I think if it's Steam, it'd be like a Steam game, so you can play it through here if you want to. This is basically like a game loader if you want to think about it like that. So, game options. What's my executable? Now, if you're first time, you're going to be installing the game. You're going to use the execution file. So EverQuest, .exe, whatever the file, I can't remember what it's called right now. In this case, I'm gonna browse and let's go to downloads. There's a funny ass video I'll show you guys that later. I really don't feel like doing this. All right, well, say you copy this from Windows, right? Now, oh my gosh, dude, I made this bigger earlier because I was trying to get my stream ready, and it's a pain in the ass. Put it back. Let's do this. Bam. Nope, that's not it. That's a little better. Okay. So, on here, so I copied this file. Say I copied this folder from Windows. I backed it up on a thumb drive, whatever the case might be. I backed it up somewhere. Come in here and I look for. Can I search here? I want to say launcher. Yeah, see a titanium bat launcher. I use the bat file. Bam. Hit OK. And as if same thing was like as if it's on Windows, I'll take that file and use it. I don't need no arguments. I don't do none of that crap. I keep it very simple. Working directory. You don't have to do this, but I do this myself. So I got it from the downloads folder. Project Lazarus, where I got it from. This will work for P99. This will work for. I wouldn't use it for Wafer Haven. Wafer Haven, I'll show you that in a minute. This will choose by itself. The prefix architecture. All right, running. Now on here, damn it, I should show you that too. The wine version, I usually use the highest Luchas one, or I use the Photon one, and which it should be Photon. Oh, it's a new one. Yeah, so I use Photon on here, but usually I use the highest Luchas one. I don't touch none of this stuff here. And then this is optional too. I usually change the directory, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Hit save. That's it, and it should play. Now, if you load up the game, and I'll show you this so the launcher comes up and you see all that stuff. You'll see it come up with the Imperium launcher, but obviously I'm not using Imperium. Oh wait, oh, I skipped it. Shit. Oh yeah, there you go. And then see me come up here and I'll log in and shit. But that's it. I don't know why I did that. I should have did. I'm kind of confused. Oh, could I have it? Yeah, I had this pointed at the Imperium launcher, and the Imperium has a update client that it does, so that's why it's different. On the other one, I used the actual shortcut, the script I got from for P99. That's why I didn't do it there. But anyway, same idea. You can do the same thing. So if you're doing Imperium, you point it to the Imperium launcher. If you're doing P99, you can do the same thing. Now, if you're doing Wafer Haven, same idea. I named it wine. Chose wine, right? This stuff comes in by itself. Game launcher. Look at that. 2_wafer haven patch.exe. The same thing you use on Windows. Put that shit right here for the executable working directory. I picked the directory. I named it Chauvin, so I know which game it's for. It did all this by itself. The runner, I chose a Proton, like I said. I didn't change none of this shit right here. I chose the directory again. That's my choice. And when I load it, and you'll see Wafer Haven come up, the launcher for it. Bam. It's gonna do the patch by itself. I usually switch it over. I think I already did the patch earlier, so I probably won't do it. But sometimes I'll just hit patch. I just want you guys to see that it's actually functional. It's not just a picture. You know. Okay, they ain't doing shit right now because there it goes. All right. So there's an update. All right. Now, and then I come over here and I say I want to open up another one. Like I can launch that right now, but I'm just for the sake of this video, I don't want to open up multiple screens and show you that. See, my second one, no problems at all. And you can see right here is running. If I go over here, it's not running, not running. This is running. So, yeah, that's all I want to show you. That see the fact is that you can actually play EverQuest on this. Now, for this video, let's close this out. I'm gonna get into the game right now. Again, I'm just fucking talking and fitting and shit. Matter of fact, hey, hold on one second. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself another drink. Cause my throat's all dried up. Get myself logged in. I really should be showing y'all that shit. Cause y'all be fucking hacking my shit. I don't care. And a lot of things too. I don't have stuff that I want to hold on to. If my computer got wiped today, there's nothing on my computer right now. If you hack my EverQuest account, you hack my game, my desktop, or anything like that, there's nothing in here that I can't replace. So if you lock me out of my EverQuest stuff, I'm not gonna stress it because I don't give a fuck. That's the reality of it. Because there's nothing there that I need to have on a daily basis. You know, there's nothing there that is do or die for. Now, if you threaten my wife, you threaten my life, you threaten my finances, my job, something like that, then we might have a little issue. But you know, my game account's been hacked into, my computer getting hacked into. That stuff happens. I'm not gonna be too stressed out about it. But I'm not trying to challenge anybody to the rest mess up my shit. Cause this is my recreation. This is how I have fun. So don't come at me and be like, yeah, I'm hacking the shit. Fuck up this world. They don't care. No, please don't do that. I don't need that happening. So Anyway, well, I guess you had to have a Node Master account in order to do all that stuff, but I don't know. I'm not trying to say all that. But anyway, I'll be right back. Let me go grab another drink, use the restroom, and then I'll continue talking about everything and anything. I do have some EverQuest stuff I want to talk about, so give me 1 minute here. If I play some music, I guess. Huh? I don't want to do all that shit. Be right back. It off. My desktop. Where we at? Right here. Alright. Now I gotta change this. Hold on. Turn that off. Scenes. Bam. There we go. Now we're on EverQuest. Okay. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Hope I ain't putting nobody to sleep. I know it's not the most exciting thing to talk about, but again, just want to get some things off my chest. Can I keep this on top? There we go. Oops. And shout out to OBS for incorporating the chat window and stuff like that. I mean, some of y'all might not notice, and maybe you've been knowing this, maybe you guys had it already on Windows side, but on the Linux side, what the music? Dragon Slayer, if you're still watching, man, is the music too loud? Let me know. So much distracting. Been drinking, so can't focus and talk at the same time. You need something a little more upbeat, huh? Let's see if I find something else. I put on my fast music. Let's keep it popping. Let's keep it popping. I got a library of non-copyright music. Let me know if it's too loud, man. Alright. Anyway. Sounds loud on my headset. I think it might be alright. Turn on OBS. Alright. Anyway. What was I gonna say? Alright, so now I'm in EverQuest, right? Now, I got some good thing to do about EverQuest too. Now, no shade to Dragon Slayer or anybody else who does what they do in EverQuest. But I've been playing the last couple of days, sorry, it's my chair here in the background. And turn the mic up just a little bit. The music might be shining my voice. Alright. So no offense to what anybody does on EverQuest. Everybody has their own little thing, their own reason for what they do. So I personally like to explore new stuff. And what really bugs me is that this server has been around for a minute, right? And this is my own little personal gripe. I'm not mad at nobody for anything. You usually see me standing right here. But more to it. That everybody's making this big old hype about Project Quam or whatever it's called, Quam, and it's over. Remember earlier when I was saying that when people say this is a great server, this is wonderful, this, and they keep shoving things down your throat. There's like a marketing campaign behind it, and that's how I feel about Project Quam. It's like there's been a lot of servers out there with a lot of attention without being over publicized. And when I go to YouTube and I search on there, this is how I get a pulse on what's happening out there in the world sometimes. If you go to EverQuest, you can see what Google was trying to shove down your throat. But I think you guys might saw earlier when I searched EverQuest, I was looking at Dragon Slayer stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there that pops up that is Quam. I'm gonna say Quam for sake of this conversation. Quam affiliated, and Dragon Slayer, no. Yeah, he's on. Okay. You can see him in the chat here. Anyway, but there's a lot of people out there who are promoting the server, which is fine. I mean, I guess they want population over there, which is fine. But what makes it mad is that there's servers like Wayfair Haven, which is actually pretty decent. And I'm not saying it's the best. People like myself, I'm gonna say myself, I didn't want to come here because the boxing, but I do like that they have a cutoff of three boxes, which is good because I went to Lazarus, and then against Lazarus is cool because I like that drop rate and how they do things over there, so nice too. But they have 6 boxing, and 6 boxing makes it seem like you don't need no group. You just make 6 accounts, have 6 characters on, and you just do you. And like Homeboy said, who's like he's not the author of the server, but whenever you search for him, even in their not Discord, but their what they call it, their wiki or whatever, they wrote his video and saying, yeah, you know, basically showing that he represents them and whatever. And no shit against him. I don't have no issue with the guy or nothing like that, but he shows how to do this, how to do that, a bunch of stuff on their server or stuff like that, which is great. He's very thorough in how he explains stuff, which is cool. But he makes it sound like this is the greatest place to be on Lazarus, where 6 box, you can do whatever you want, blah blah blah, which is, again, that's somebody promoting a server, which makes sense. On this server, it's a little more contained, and you see half the time on my videos, I only have 2 characters on, and I have not played with nobody who is not this somebody I talk to. I've not been in a position where I've been running around camping something, somebody shows up and says, hey, can I join you? Hey, I see you're out in so-and-so zone, can I come join you? And, you know, whatever. Now you might see down here, is anybody? Nobody right now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning in Texas right now. So they won't see too many people looking for groups. Most people gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta go to work tomorrow, but I also work at night, so I work tomorrow night. But anyway, kind of like the song, so sorry, I'm a little distracted. But I don't like that. Nothing wrong with the server, again. It's just that people made a big old hype about, no boxing, or there's too much boxing. And I'll be fine if this server or a server similar to this was only 2 boxes, which is great. The 2 boxes is cool because it still makes you to a point like I need another person. I play with Ducab and I play with my my Berserker Raven all the time, and I only do that because I need someone who do melee damage. And yeah, I mentioned before that I'm trying to get a Shadow Knight, which I never showed a video of it, but I have a Shadow Knight that got level 33 within 24 hours basically, and that person's my tank. Anyway, okay, so sorry, trying to drink, smoke cigarettes and shit. But anyway, what I don't like is that everyone makes a big issue about Quam or Quorum or whatever the server's called. Oh, this is a brand new server, it's so great, blah blah blah. And at the same time, you're kicking P99 for the effort they made to say, no, all the other chefs like William or Villius or Villius and Cunard was garbage, you know. And they say we want to keep it retro, and that's what they did. They did an excellent job at that. I would never kick P99 down for that. My personal reason for coming to this server is because I got to experience more than the basic and vanilla Quinarch and village content. I want to experience more stuff, which is why a lot of my videos and stuff that I experience is Lupin, is Planes of Power, and stuff like that. Now, on the server, a lot of the high exempt zones are not the zones I like to go to. They're some of the old school zones. And I had a shortcut to it. I can type. Let me switch over real quick. Desktop. Let's go to this one. Alright, so in here, right? Go to the Zem thing. I don't know if you guys can read this on your screen or not, but I want to show you it. So this is this is a Google Excel spreadsheet, which is cool that you use that. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, I mentioned earlier being tied into Google and stuff, but this makes it so it's not workable. It's easy. Google has access to the pulse of the internet. They're trying to buy out the whole internet. That's the whole other story. Anyway, they have their Zem stuff on here, and I think 195, no, 250 is one of the highest Zems they have on the server. And these are like high level zones, most of these places. And I never heard of these places. This is cool. I never heard of any of these places before. But that was the thing for me. Going from P99 and seeing a lot of, let's check this. Let's make it A to Z. Antonica, which is part of basically the vanilla. Favor, Quinarch. Quinarch is Quinarch expansion. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of these zones are places that people have been to on P99. People coming to the server are, in my opinion, are coming for new content. And P99 is up to Brilliance and Quinarch. And is that a P or something? No, it's a different one, okay. But a lot of these high-end places are places on Antonica, like places that people start off the game and they go to, which is fine. I guess newbie characters are gonna go to what's familiar to you, whatever. But I'm like, to me, I was like, I want to go experience some new shit. Like, I want to see some new stuff. So, you know, Hate's Fury, I haven't been there. That's cool. But it's level 52 and 60. And the Zem is 195. Dude, I should be there. I don't fucking know. I should be 52 to 60. Man, alright, well, that's the place I might look at later on. But I need to get out there and go check that out. But anyway, I don't know why. I don't know what LOI sent for. Something of you, Keisha. I don't know what it is. Legends of Keisha? I don't know. But anyway, this is what I came to the server for. I want to experience these expansions. Like these ones, I want to experience Lupin content. And I like Lupin because a little bit after Lupin is where I kind of fall off. Right? Or live, I was kind of like, I'm kind of done with, you know, EverQuest. They kind of got really crazy with their experience and what they did with the characters and the graphics, and a lot of things kind of went crazy. I was fine with the upgraded models. I think Evie said the other day, she's like, what's up with the, Shadow said the other day, I was talking to him, Jay Shadow, and he was talking about the big forehead thing, which is true. But people forget that Iridites are humans. They're just kind of like, I guess, the black humans of the world. I don't know how to, I don't know the whole lore behind it. But they're basically focused on intelligence, which is really cool. That's why they had the big foreheads. But people don't like the graphics for them. But I'm okay with the new graphics. It's a change from the P99 stuff. You know, who's stuck in 1999, which is, that's their niche. That's fine. It's completely fine. But you can see it by the population that we're getting tired of doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over. You guys stand in this for so long, and I wish that P99 guys would step up and say, hey, we're gonna do Planes of Power, or we're gonna move to the next expansion, and then rock that for another 2 or 3 years, and then switch over and say, all right, now we're gonna do this and that. Now, depending on the population, they might say, hey, all right, let's bring it back to whatever, you know, that'd be cool too. But that's not the case. Somebody broke off and said, I'm gonna do my own server, and they said I'm gonna do Quam, and it's only one account on at a time, and you know, and they have Planes of Power. And my whole gripe is that you don't have to be on that server. There's other options. If you're willing to go past Vilius and Cunard, then come over to Wafer Haven. Come over just Lazarus or whatever. You want to see some stuff that you want to play solo. All these people doing self-found and all that bullshit to me, like, and I call it bullshit because I'm like, EverQuest has always been a online multiplayer role-playing game. A massive multiplayer online role-playing game. So for you to take a game like that and say, I'm gonna play by myself and I'm gonna do me, I'm self-found and shit like that, like now I get it, if you top notch, you're the best of the best, I can find a way to make my character do it. That's a challenge for you, that's one thing. But if you're just doing it because you want to do the challenge and somebody else to do it, like Homeboy who's been streaming the shit, who started a Gnome Warrior and just went fucking max level and got, I don't think he got the best shit, but he got some really good shit to get him to be self-sufficient, which is really cool. I know it's a I won't say a campaign. It's inspirational. I guess is the word I'm looking for. Inspirational. But lots of people do self-bound shit. But I'm like, I would like to see somebody who inspires everybody to play together. It seems like since 2005, 2007, 2010, I don't know, somewhere in there, somewhere in between then and now, is that people were like, play online games by yourself. What the fuck is the point of playing an online game by yourself? How about everybody just go make their own server and play by yourself and stuff? How about you go do that instead of taking an online game that you're meant to be playing with each other and playing by yourself? What are you trying to show? Yes, look at opportunities I had to play with other people. I can play with myself. Look how great I am. If that's your point, then okay, good job. Fucking high five, right? I guess. I don't know. But it makes you mad because that's one of the things I love about EverQuest. This is my core of online role-playing games, is that you meet different people and you hang out with them and you see how well that person is doing, and it inspires you. When you see somebody play a character and it's so great at it. Let me switch back over to EverQuest here. When you play a game so well that people admire how you play that class, that's what inspires me to play better or learn my class better. When I play with Evie, and no offense to Evie is her core of playing games is City Heroes, which is very abstract to P99, because almost every class can go in there and kick some ass to a certain degree, and they kind of broke away from the classes. The classes are slightly different, I guess. It's not like you can go into on City Heroes and play a blaster, which would be equivalent to a wizard on EverQuest, and start just tearing up shit, blowing up shit. And you get aggro, and then tank will pull it off you, and you'll be good to go. On EverQuest, that's a consequence. You go in there as a wizard, start blasting every fucking thing, you get aggro, you're dead within a heartbeat, and the tank don't have no time to pull nothing off of you. And if you do survive that, the cleric or the shaman or druid is gonna be pissed at you for making them burn all your mana to keep you alive. You know, there's consequences to it, and people don't want to play with you because you don't know what the hell you're doing. And that's the conversation I have with Evie, who didn't understand that. She wants to understand, but she's trying to understand it, which is fine. But I guess what I'm trying to say is people taking the time to learn the classes is very interesting to me. It's exciting. Dragon Slayer likes to play beast swords. I think he kind of broke away from that. But when I say he's a master, I think he's very good at it, but I wouldn't call him a master. At least I haven't seen the content that makes him exquisite. And associated against Dragon Slayer, he does excellent job or whatever. But I've seen people like Super Bits and Bob, which inspired me to play a shaman. I always look past the shaman. And Super Bits and Bob would find all the little techniques and things that he did and take his time and he'll point out his flaws and stuff like that and say, hey, I tried this, it didn't work out right. He complained about his little wolf pet. And for me, I learned that with a Shadow Knight, because people would take a Shadow Knight and say, "Oh, I don't need a Shadow Knight pet because they're so weak." I'm like, bitch, you don't realize that a pet my pet saved my life a couple times with my Shadow Knight, where I'm trying to swing and I'm missing, and my dots are not landing, or I can't do feign death or whatever, and my pet's land that last hit and saved my life. Or last 2 or 3 hits. I've actually had my pet do a slash, kick, and then do another slash and won the fight for me. And they happen to crit on each one. When I say crit, I don't mean crit like crit, but they hit them for like max damage for their level, and they saved my life. So I'm like, that pet is a walking DPS, a walking dot for you. They don't hit every single time, but they have a chance to hit when you don't hit. You know, given the right weapons and stuff like that. You know, and they have a little bit of survivability. I used to, on P99, I would use my pet just take a couple hits, 1 or 2 hits that I don't. Now at higher levels might be a little different, but they can still take at least one hit for you, so you can back up, let your pet take a smack or 2, and you jump back in the fight and do your thing. But that's also the time someone takes to learn their character in their class, and that's what I'm looking at when I look at this game. Again, nothing against Dragster. Dragster knows his techniques or whatever, but at least he didn't show those things. If Dragster, if you're watching, man, I'd like to see some of the videos of you showing the intricacies of being a beast sword, which is cool. But again, like when I watched somebody like Super Best and Bob, who took the time and played, you know, just like Dragon Slayer, he played Shaman, he played Shaman, he played Shaman, he played Shaman, he played Shaman. All he does is play Shamans. He had multiple Shamans. After he makes, I think it's the highest level he can get with a Shaman, he'll make a new Shaman and do the same thing. And he'll usually start from scratch. He don't pass shit down, he'll start from scratch and work his way back up and have a full set of gear on his characters, most times. And that's what made me want to play a Shaman on this server. I think I started off with a Bard, and I realized this counts. The server's a little bit different when it comes to dots and stuff like that. I never did kiting on my Bard on P99. I never played a Bard back in the day. I played one on P99 and I never kited. And if I did, it was like one mob. I guess I never swarm kited. Actually, kited maybe one mob at a time. It was for a short moment until I got like 50%. Then I go in there and melee damage and beat the mess out of them or whatever. Or I use my skills. You know, I fear them off and then I'll, you know, fear kiting or whatever. But but anyway, when it comes to, again, back to the boxing thing, is that people will say, I want a wizard for damage, so make a wizard character and then make a shaman or a druid or cleric. But I obviously have a shaman and a druid or a druid in there for Spirit of Wolf. Then they'll get a cleric for the heals, and then they'll get a warrior and maybe a Shadow Knight or ranger or something like that. And then it's like, this is my 6-box team or whatever, and then jump into EverQuest, start running around doing their thing. And it's very disappointing because, like, again, this is a online, massive multiplayer online game. Now, there's people who, like, just like myself, some people come here because they want to be able to box, which is fine. I like the freedom of being able to log into a second character and transfer stuff over. I like to, I can log in another character, I can put some buffs on and log my shaman out, and have my character run around and do some things, which is cool. I don't mind that. I'd rather not have to, and I heard Dragon Slayer say it himself too. I'd rather not, and I keep mentioning Dragon Slayer because he's the one person in my feed in my stream. But I'd rather not have to play multiple characters. I'd rather have friends that I could depend on who can play their characters, know how they're doing. And it's like, that's not what I see. I see a lot of self-bound solo, like, to me it's very selfish. I'm self-bound, I don't need nobody, I can do this by myself type thing. I'm like, why you play online game? Go play Skyrim. You can play by your fucking self. You do your self-bound all day long. You don't call it self-bound, you call it, I'm playing the fucking game. You know, why get on EverQuest? Why get an online game and play by yourself? And brag about it being self-bound. Like, I don't know, it really irks me. I can't stand it. And I wish that the population of Wayfair Haven, like, I don't see it right now, but like I put out another video where somebody was like, trio looking for a team. Like, why would I want you to join me with your 3 characters? I might have 2 or 3 characters on myself, but why would I want you with your 3 characters to join me in my 3 characters? I played with Dragon Slayer, and he's had multiple characters. I played with Jay Shadow. I played with a lot of people in our guild who have multiple characters. And this, again, no shade against them, but I'm like, I can notice the difference in focus when you're playing multiple characters. Even in myself, I play Raven and I play Ducab, and sometimes I want to sit there and I just want to heal. I want to heal and buff, and I can't do that. I can put the buffs on, sit my ass down, and then run around with Raven for a little bit, and then, oh, I gotta heal. And I switch over to Ducab and I do my thing. And I can't show you guys right now, but I can switch. I have two different screens up, so I can switch up between both my screens and do my thing. But I don't want to do that. I don't brag about doing that. It's not fucking cool. It's not. I don't play online games so I can play by my fucking self. And it really just fucking pissed me off. I don't know. And I don't know. And I hate when something about playing these games I see a lot is that, you know, I guess when I get burnt out on EverQuest, and maybe it's because it's maxed out already, is that everybody knows every fucking thing. There's nothing new under the sun when it comes to EverQuest. This is over a 20-year-old game. So it makes me mad that if I go to, what the hell is this? Planar Tranquility, everybody's like, oh, you must be going to Planar Nightmare, and you must be going for this special drop. I'm like, bitch, you don't fucking know, because, you know, it's you don't know the hell I'm doing. Why does everybody know everything about this fucking game? Like, there's no one to admit. I don't know how to explain it. It's not that no one's been. People know a lot of places about these zones and these locations like that, but it's the fact that you won't leave it to surprise. If I go to, I don't know, let's go to the Nexus, right? This is me saying on my my P99, or my Lukeland stuff. I remember back in the day running to these places and exploring, like, oh, it's really cool, fucking their setup and everything like that. So recently I've been hanging out, and I go to Netherbin. I have a Shadow Knight I've been running up in here and messing around with for a little bit. So I come up here, and there's nothing more disappointing than coming into a zone and and the funny thing is, you don't see nobody in these places. Nobody's ever here. Look, if I do slash enter, there's nobody here. Just me, by myself. And the thing is, like, there's somebody out there who will say, oh, you want to see here for the XYZ. There's something back there that drops off the so-and-so. And I hate that there's no mystery to this game. There's no room for mystery. There's no room for discovery. That's what I guess is what I'm looking for. And I've been digging deep, and I'm trying to go to places that I've never seen nobody at, just to find something fucking new, something to keep me motivated. And I've been kind of burnt out on EverQuest. I was like, let me find something new. I want something exciting. And EverQuest is one of those games I don't want to see die. And I'm slowly trying to feel like, why am I playing this fucking game? There's nothing here that I'm gonna pick up by, look what I got, guys. That I can show my friends and be like, this is so fucking great. And they'd be like, wow, that's really cool. I've never seen that before. Because they're like, oh, I had that back in live, or I had that back in my other character, or I got 5 of those in my other character. And like, where the fuck were you when I was coming to the server, or when I was running around here in these zones and trying to level up? And the places they're at are the high Zim zones. They're at the places I showed in my previous screen. And it's not about them coming and join me. It's everybody come see what I'm doing. Everybody come join me. It's not that. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that I know these zones are not populated because the Zim is not high. You know, what's this called? This is Netherbin Lair. Let's go look at the Zim one. Let me switch over again. Alright, so it's a liquid zone, right? Right here. The Zim is 85. And the funny thing about that is it's 20 to 30, right? So I'm gonna switch back. And the funny thing about that, cause I was on Lazarus. I was running through here, and nobody was here either on Lazarus either. So I came through here, and I was just running around killing stuff. And I kind of got a flashback. I totally forgot about this area. Oh, area. Oh, flashlight. Yeah, because back in the day, this used to be a spot to go to. Come back in here, and you fight these guys that pop out here, because you used to have a small group right here, and you kill the guys that came out, and you eventually work your way back there. You work your way slowly back here, and what am I supposed to say? Just in case it's stupid aggro. But people used to work their way back there. Oops, we used to work their way back here in this zone, in these little areas back here. Explore back here, and then work their way back here. And I went back here yesterday. I killed him, and there's a breastplate. I remember, like, when I saw people walk around in that, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Because it was new shit, it was new content, it was new drops. Let's just run back here with a bunch of aggro. At first, everybody's gonna jump on me. Back here. This one's all the way around. I wouldn't like this before. So I went back here to this fool. Oh, it's like, is it? There's but the name guy was back here. And I went back here and keep his ass real quick. And he dropped like, it looked, to me, I always reminds me of corn on the cob. But he dropped a little corn on the cob chest piece. And I can't remember what it's called right now. And I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, oh shit! I remember seeing people who say, "Hey, look what I got." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Cause I'm an alcoholic, so I used to play like level 1 characters back in the day, and I always just see, I used to see the new drops, that came out with Lupin, and I thought it was so dope. Hey, you get on something. But anyway, I thought it was so dope to see people playing these characters or getting these new drops that came out. It was just like, I don't know. It wasn't like the hottest shit. It was just like, it was just cool to see new stuff. Everybody knows about the fucking let me fight here. No, everybody knows about the fungi tunics, and they know about the mana stones. They know about the soul sword of XYZ and all that shit like that. And to see somebody come out with some new shit, and it wasn't, man, I'm making it sound like it's bigger than what it was, but like it was like a 25 AC or 30 AC chest piece. It might be up, maybe I'm not seeing it right now. You guys will kill it real quick. I don't know who I'm messing with. But like I said, a little corn on the cob chest piece I thought was really cool. It was just seeing new gear, new drops, and it feels like in this game, and again, maybe I'm just burnt out in the game. Like there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing I can get to impress my friends and say, "Hey, look what I got, guys!" So like that's pretty cool. And they're like, halftime, it's like, I got one of those. I got 5 of those in my fucking bank. It's like, that's why you play online games. You want to show everybody the cool shit you got. And there's nothing new here that no one has seen before. That really irks me, I guess. I'm looking for that adventure. I want to show people the cool stuff. I want to experience new stuff myself. And I don't see that happening, I guess. It sounds a little depressing, but that's what it is, I guess. I don't want to go to the same places everybody else goes to. Dragon Slayer likes to go to his spots, and I like to go to my spots. And if you watch both of our content simultaneously, you can see that I'm going to places that people don't know about. These places that people remember from way back in the day. Why is it such an old school place? Where Kunark Village and all these places are all old school, but that's where people go in 2023. That's the same places we're going to. What's the point? Stay on P99 and go to the exact same places. And maybe because I'm new to the server, new as in I've been here for what, 3 months maybe on the server, 2 months maybe, and everything's flashy and brand new to me. I want to go to the hotness. I want to go to, not the hotness, I want to go to the new, oh my gosh, look at this. I got a Bashir. I haven't played a Bashir in years. I haven't played one since 2002 or 3 or whatever. And I get to go see Charval. I get to go see all these Lukeland zones. Who Planes of Power? What's on Planes of Power? Let's go look at that. Let's go look at the Keisha places, the Omens of War, all these places. But when you look at these zones that everybody's going to, it's twin art stuff, it's video stuff. Like, what the hell are we doing here? Why play on the server? Let's just go back to playing. Let's go back to P99. Everybody go play on those servers because that's you're gonna get the exact same shit that you got here. What's the point? Well, if it's now, I mean, again, people have their own reasons. They might say, okay, well, I want the new graphics. I don't know why I'm hating these guys. But you know, maybe they want the new graphics. Maybe they want a frog run. Okay, I guess I get that too. You know, but it to me is just, again, I'm just venting, I'm just talking shit. But it's just like, why? Why come here? I mean, you get a new graphic. I guess the benefit coming here is you get the new graphics, you get the new races, you get the frog lodge, you get the raw share, you get the beast sword, you get the berserker. So I guess that's cool. But I'm like, but why take those classes and go back to the old school shit? You know, I can play a mage on P99 and do something I'm doing here. Why would I go back to Kunai Abilities? There's no point. You know, like there's so much shit out there, and it doesn't sound like the server promotes that. You know, go see the fucking world, go see what's out there, and that's my own prerogative. I'm not gonna blame nobody, I'm not mad at nobody for it. But I'm like, why do I cross these zones and they're empty? Some of these zones are challenging. Maybe that's why people don't go to them. Like I've been trying to work my way through what's that zone called? Maiden's Eye. It's a dangerous zone. It's challenging. It's not dangerous. It's challenging zone. No, that zone is empty. Matter of fact, no, I was on the other server. But this right here, I remember this back in the day. You used to come back here and you get chased by a damn mushroom mist. You still pass right here. Everything here in the server is like perfect, but there's a mushroom. I think how many spawns when you come back here. But wolf anyway. Anyway, this mushroom just walks. He's always right here. He still does it to this day. Walks in here and he walks his ass back here. I think he stops right about here and turns around and goes back. That mushroom kicked my ass back in the day, and we used to run back here. And I think there used to be guards right here. I don't think they're here for some reason. But there used to be guards right here, and I don't think the guards would kill him. I remember that, and I remember the excitement of coming to the zones after getting through that Netherbin's lair or whatever, and come out here and we used to group right here. This used to be the first fight to come to one of the new zones. And then, keep in mind, this after we went to little caverns or whatever, and you come here, and then you sit up here and you're trying to work your way through the new content, and you work your way here, and then from here you work your way over to the zone line, the Maiden's Eye. You sit right here and do this, and we used to move our way to Gray's Inn. And from here, I stopped right there. I think I went to I don't know where I went to. I think after that I went somewhere else, back to a Kunai zone. But the whole point was that the challenge, like we used to start off in our hometowns, level there, then work our way up in the Nexus, and you do a couple of not Bazaar quests, but you do the Shadow Haven quest. Then from Shadow Haven you work your way into Pluto, or you go in there and get your resources. You buy something from the Bazaar or whatever, and then you go back down to your hometown. You go what you used to go to the North Corona or whatever. You do a little bit of that. It's very minimal. You touch it, and then you go back to Plan Knowledge, and then you work your way into Lukeland stuff. You work your way up to the Nebian's Lair, and you work your way out here. But it was alternatives. You can come here, or you can go to South Piranha. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's alternatives to that. And it feels like because they accelerated, I don't want to say they accelerated, but when they added those high Zims on these zones, it was like all the other zones are neglected. And I guarantee that, I think Dragonslayer says every year they do an update to the Zim. But if they throw a high Zim on this, the people will be here doing the same thing I'm doing right now. I would come here and the Zims I thought are high that I back them up right now. And I'll sit here and I'll kill the damn centipedes, I'll kill the damn the wolves. I killed the damn horse, camel things, or the hell those things are called. Zalnox, whatever. I killed those guys, and I worked my way around because I wanted. It's not like anything exciting drops. Also, that's probably why. Like when they created the zones, they didn't make really cool drops. There are some drops that you find later on when you go into more dangerous and more deeper places. The gray is where I want to go to next. I messed with that the other day, but they have high HP. But this is equivalent to Villiers to me. High HP, they hit hard, and they could be good experience. You know, I think there are light blue and dark blues to me in that zone. That I saw just from the beginning, but there's no air in the zone, so it's kind of like being in an underwater zone, except you can move the same speed you would on land. You know, but nobody populates the zones. Again, I'm only talking about Wayfair Haven, but the fact is that 9% of the time, if I go down to some Kunark zone, I'm gonna see everybody in Siblis. I'm gonna see everybody in fucking Frontier Mountains or whatever, you know, Frontier Mountains. I don't know, like, I want some different. I've been looking at some other games to play. And I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about what everybody else is doing. You can play the way you want. You wanna play by yourself. You wanna have new content, options for new content, and play old content. Fine. You know, it's not digging nobody else. So it's like it's frustrating when you see I'm gonna say my peers. When you see my peers doing the same shit they can do on P99, then what's the point of being here? Or you wanna play by yourself? What the fuck is the point of being here? Go play Skyrim. You know, I'm not gonna take an online game and play by myself. And I'm not just talking about here. I'm just going even P99 and other places. Like they make content, and I see the challenge. If you say I'm not gonna go to Bazaar, I'm not gonna buy nothing from the merchants. I'm not gonna sell, and I'm gonna make my own shit. I'm like, fuck, that's amazing. And you know, loot your own stuff. It's cool. It's a challenge you're giving yourself. I get that. But when people make it a campaign, like, yeah, so found. I don't want no buffs from nobody. I want to do this, and everybody makes content like that, flooding YouTube with that. And I say YouTube because it shows almost an overall concept of idea of everybody saying this is how the game should be played. You know, this is the best way to play, or this is the hype right now. Everybody's playing by themselves, but why is everybody hyped on playing by yourself? I give credit to Homeboy who played a gnome into the warrior and made it fucking max level, and I don't remember he started out. I think he had a shaman or something like that. I think he's playing a whole nother or a cleric or something, which is fucking amazing. It's a skill, you know, it takes talent to know the class and know how to play it that well and get that far. That's cool. But when you see everybody doing this shit, it's like, what's the point of it? If everybody in the server said I'm gonna play by myself and be solo self-founded, why are we playing online games, guys? Let's all go play by ourselves. Let's all load in Skyrim and play that shit by myself and keep a conversation. Or make our own videos and say, yeah, it's me playing by myself. Everybody, good job, high five. You're playing by yourself, because that's what most games are played, you know. But and I guess the reason why I bring it up is because nowadays MMO games, and the MMO phase was hot for a minute where people were companies were kicking out fucking MMOs because they were looking for that money. Then after that, it turned into the real life money exchanges and shit like that, where the game's free, but then if you want to have a third character slot, you gotta pay for it. And if you want a monthly subscription, you get all these character slots, you get bags of inventory, you get all this shit like that, and they try to force you into pay to win, basically. And for me, it was what's this one? Yeah, okay. The MMO market got oversaturated, and it's very disappointing because I was really looking forward to a lot of games coming out. I thought about the other day, like that one game, what's that game everybody was on the hype about? Awkward or Onward or some shit like that, where it's like a character and you have a backpack on and shit, like a big old, like old school, like, you know, shovel and shit hanging out of it. And all my favorite YouTubers who were making P99 content, they all went and played that game. And I haven't heard shit about that game since then. Not a single fucking word about that game. Which makes me feel like all the people I was subscribed to that I thought were just OGs who were playing EverQuest content were just trying to get the views. They were trying to get that money, and it really fucking hurt. I don't remember what the name of the game is. I want to say it was Awkward or Onward or some shit like that. Oh, what am I doing here? But I was just very disappointed. Like that game disappeared. That's not that game. I was looking for a game to play. And I thought about Bless, and people were like, "Don't even talk about Bless." Like Bless is like stupid ass action, which is I agree, it's stupid ass. I don't like action MMOs, but I was kind of just like that. And then Black Desert Online and like all these action games like that. And I'm like, these online games don't have no skill. They're just like go there and blast shit. And I don't know. It just fucking pissed me off. I'm just. What happens to the time you learn your class and you use teamwork and you know, like there's times I played with my wife and Evie and she does something and I give her credit for it. Hey, good job with that route. Hey, good job on blasting that mob, because she actually learned what she's supposed to do. And she learned the tricks of her character and how she did that. And somebody she don't do it on purpose, but you know, like what was I was playing with Jay Shadow the other day, and we're on Discord now and we're doing something, and I was announcing, hey, I'm about to put a hill overtime on you. Hey, I'm slowing the mob. Hey, I'm putting buffs on right now, or whatever. So Evie, basically mimicked me. Hey, I'm just low on mana. I'm casting this pets on XYZ, and he started doing this. And hey, I'm over here. I'm fighting this one. I'm moving to the next target. Doing this. And it was about communication. It was about teamwork. It was about effort. Everybody had a role, and we all played it well. And at the end of the thing, I was like, "Hey, good job, Evie." She's like, "Thank you." And then even he was like, "Hey, good job," saying, you know, it was like camaraderie. It was like that connection that person knew what the hell they're doing with their class, and I miss those moments. I miss having those times where we can actually appreciate each person know how to play their class and do their thing. Where today's games and markets are just like, be by yourself, play by yourself, be the best by yourself. Just go. Everybody can do everything. Just fucking go destroy stuff. I can load on 3 characters and be master of everything, and I just why play with Dragon Slayer or anybody else? I can still kill everything by myself. What's the fucking point? Oh, you want to play with me? Okay, well, I guess you could throw a character on it too, but I'll kill everything for you, and you'll get all the little fucking drops or whatever the case might be. It's like there's no challenge in that. I don't appreciate. You wouldn't appreciate it. I mean, even the gear I have on my character, I'm proud of the stuff I have on there. There's some things that Dragon Slayer gave me, and there's some things that I graduated out of and I bought myself, or I got myself. And there's a few things in here. Like, I mean, I think these gloves I picked up recently. I think I bought this. Nothing exciting. Somebody gave me this. Dragon Slayer gave me this. I bought that myself. Satellite. I think I bought that myself. The guild was doing the farm for the Fable stuff. I got the cloak. I think I bought that myself. Bought this myself. I think I bought this for myself. I think I had it on Raven for a while. Fursuit. I think Dragon Slayer gave me the fursuit. I was trying to get one. Bought this myself. See, there's a lot of stuff in here that I bought myself, and most of my other characters, the exact same thing. Matter of fact, I bought this shield myself. This, I think I got this from Dragon Slayer, I believe. But the whole point is that I got this myself. But a lot of the stuff, like, you know, I got some stuff that he gave me, a lot of stuff that I earned myself, and some of it was hanging out with other people, and some of it was just like me earning stuff and feeling I'm proud of what I have on me. I don't feel like I was given everything, you know. And it's not. I appreciate Dragon Slayer and Jay Shadow and anybody else who's in our guild say, hey, I got this for you. Here you go. And I'm like, hey, I appreciate it. But it's not about people sharing stuff and putting it like that. It's more about you having pride in your character and making an effort to do that. I go to Evie for a long time. And it's not against her. She's having a hard time with maintaining her character stats while also getting her spells, getting her skills together, and then buying equipment. So she's having trouble balancing all those from what she's supposed to be focusing on, which is realistically all 3 of those things, you know. And I'm proud of myself to be able to take my character and make him successful. He's pretty solid. He's a solid shaman, you know. Same with Raven. Raven's a solid berserker. I'm not the best. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm just trying to play the game and enjoy the game. But people come on here and like, I gotta have the best of the best and all the cool rare drops and I gotta do all this and that, and I'm like, I don't know. They call them mid-maxers or whatever. Like, they be best of the best. Like, why? But there's no competition. There's no award ceremony saying, oh, see who's the strongest and best made on the server. There's no competition with that. And again, it's no digging. It's just my prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to make shamans. Like, I got this one maxed out, max level, max gear. Now I'm gonna make a new one, start from scratch, and do the next thing. That's cool. I guess that's what you do. Like, this is what I play on my free time. I gotta work tomorrow. Like I said, I gotta work tonight. Tonight it's 2 a.m. right now. So tonight I gotta work. And when I go to work, I'll think about when I get home and play some EverQuest after I take care of a couple things I gotta do around the house. And I'm gonna get on. I'm not thinking about how can I max my level and get the next drop and da da da. And it's always it's not about I can't wait to get on and hang out with my friends and see what adventures we can get into today. Cause it's exciting when someone says, "Hey, we're gonna go over here." Oh, what's that? You know, and you're excited. Well, what is that? Well, the thing is over here. The thing this person has a chance of dropping X, Y, Z. You're like, oh, that's cool. And we can all go over there and we all participate because we know that the person who said, "Hey, I need some help," or "Hey, come over here, let's go do this, cause maybe get this drop." Most people in the group are like, "Yeah, this person's gonna get that drop." Hold on, the music stopped on me. Yeah, it's YouTube. I'm still watching. The person who invited you is most likely, most people will give them props. Like, yeah, man, the drop's for you. After that, everybody else who's there for along for the ride will either get the drop or they won't. They'll say, "Hey, thanks for helping me get a drop, man. Move the fuck on," or whatever, you know. And obviously, the person who invited you would be kind of selfish and like, "Yeah, I'm gonna log off now, thanks." You know, sometimes, maybe just say, "Hey, next time if I have more time, I'll help you out." But thank you for helping me. That makes sense. But I don't mind helping each other and the adventures and seeing new experiences. Something that's cool, but it's kind of hard to find that on a 20 plus year old game where something is new. Because everybody does the exact same thing over and over. I'm gonna make a character, I'm gonna go to step 1, I'm going here, step 2, I'm going there, step 3, I'm going there, I'm gonna loot this thing, I'm gonna loot that thing, I'm gonna put this up, why? I'm gonna play a wizard, I'm gonna get me some J boots, I'm gonna get me the fucking Levy cloak, I'm gonna get me the Mana Stone, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna be max level. And that's the end of that. Then I'm gonna delete that character, or I'm gonna put that character aside. I'm gonna make a druid. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna get the fucking J boots. I'm gonna give me some leather cloak. I'm gonna get this, that. All right, now I'm done with that. I'm gonna make a beast sword. I'm gonna get me a leather cloak. I'm gonna get me a J boots. Why? Just do it one time, be done with it. Like, turn the fucking game off, go play something else. Because you're just gonna do the exact same thing. There's nothing new. There's not a new expansion coming out to these private servers. There's not a new server coming out with some brand new equipment, new drops. I would like to see a fucking a warrior built on nothing but Lukeland and above gear on. Let me see that, because half the time when I look at the gears, now I could be wrong, I see stuff selling in the bazaar and stuff like that. It's all the Kunark Village stuff. A lot of times there are some newer zone stuff that's on there, but most of the time it seems like that's what I see on a regular basis. The only thing anybody talks about, anybody selling, is the shit that's been from the old zone. And maybe I'm mistaken to think that the new content was supposed to supply new drops, because maybe they weren't. Maybe they never drop new shit. Maybe I'm so lost or so immature or so I don't know, ignorant, that I don't realize that there's no new content, there's no new gear, there's no new chest pieces. You try to tell me there's nothing better than the Fungi Tunic out there that came out with Luke? All these expansions that came out after what was that? Kunark, I guess. There's nothing else that came out that was equivalent or better or close to stats of the Fungi Tunic. I mean, I know they have other region type stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, since that era, there's nothing else that's similar to that. Let me get like a fucking, what is it, Sishar, whatever they're called. Let me get a Sishar Tunic. Or not, I'm talking about the Fungi Tunic, but I'm saying the Ixar Ceremonial Breastplate. Yeah, I know the Fungi Tunic is a bit better, but I'm saying like Ceremonial Ixar Breastplate. Well, there's no Shisar, or whatever they're called, chest plate that'd be cool or better than that, or some other race or class or something like that that's equivalent to that. Like, where's some new shit? You know, maybe it's something that everybody's been on that. Like, yeah, there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to EverQuest. Maybe some people are like that. That's why I don't ever play EverQuest again. I don't know, but it just kind of irks me that there's nothing new out there. There's nothing breathtaking that I ever find or put on that make people say, "Wow, it's really amazing. Where'd you get that from?" Oh, I got it from the so-and-so dungeon of XYZ. And they're like, "Wow, I've never been there before. I never heard of that place. Can you take me to it?" Sure, all me. And we'll go into that place and we'll find them a piece too. There's nothing new under the sun. And people are like, yeah, I've been there before. I was there yesterday, or I did that, or I got 5 of those in a bank, or whatever the case might be. And I know I'm, again, it's not a jab at nobody. I know that I might be regurgitating what somebody had said at some point, and I'm not pointing out nobody specifically. I'm just saying, in general, my feelings on that is like there's nothing new under the sun. But I guess my question is, why the hell am I playing this game? This is why I kind of stopped making my videos, because there's nothing new that I would show you that you'd be like, oh, I haven't seen it before. Dragon Slayer's made a video, fucking guess what? AC Gamer, these guys have made videos since 2005, and I watched their content, and I watched them do so many quests, and it was cool watching them do it. And some people, just like myself, were just doing it for the sake of making videos. This cat, like a video journal or whatever, kind of like a vlog, but it's playing, has EverQuest content on it, and they're just recording shit and it's daily. I see some of the videos that have two or three views on it, and they're just posting, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm loving this character. And that's why I was doing that, but I was like, I want people to be motivated by my content, because I did this. My videos weren't meant this for EverQuest. They were meant for, if you were sitting here and you're like, one day I'm gonna, I'm somebody who kept saying that, and I got off my ass, and I just did it. And I didn't get that far off my ass, so to speak. I literally just moved my ass over to my computer, and I hit download, and then I hit record, and I was fucking on the go. And that was the whole point of my videos. But along the way, I kind of found that there's nobody interested in what I have to say and what I'm doing on my videos. Right now, I know Dragon Slayer was watching earlier. I'm not sure if he's still now, or he could went to sleep. I don't know, but that's one guy who's watching. And I get it, I started at midnight or whatever. But the point is that there's nobody new who's gonna click this video and be like, this is very interesting to me, see what's going on with it, or how can I contribute, or be inspired by it. And I guess that's probably why I wanted to make my videos and inspire people. And there's no one out there who's ever, like, I don't know how to put it. I got 20 subscribers in my videos, and if you don't know, there's 10 people who are subscribers in my videos from back in the day. I think two of the subscriptions are probably me, but my wife is one of them. So it's like 3 that I can count for. And let's see. It's like 17. Actually, no, 10. So yeah, and the other 10 are just people who were subscribed to me from content I made back in the day on a game that was really popular. I think it was like Raiders Z or something like that. And some other new games were coming out, and I was trying them out. And I wouldn't do it for content. I was just, hey, I'm recording myself doing it. And before I use OBS, I used some other software. And I recorded these videos back then, and they got a lot of views. And I think I talked to a couple people on those videos, but yeah, I didn't post that in almost like 10 years after that. And I started posting now, and I'm gonna hang out with Dragon Slayer, and I'm pretty sure the other 5 guys or whatever who run there are the people in my guild. I get a lot of views on my videos. When I say a lot, I mean like if I get more than 10 views on my video, it's a lot to me. Like somebody stopped and looked at my video, that's cool. But a lot of people stop and watch, but I'm not getting subscriptions, and it's not about. And I don't want to make it sound ambitious about subscription. It's not about that. It's about people. I guess I want interaction. Like it's not about interaction because the algorithm and shit like that. It's because I want people. I say at the end of my videos, like, subscribe, dislike. I don't care. Say something in my fucking comments. Let me know, hey, it's garbage, it's bullshit. Hey, I like what you're saying, or hey, good job with your content. Whatever the fucking, I don't know. Hey, you stutter too much. You mumble too much. You talk too fast. Anything. And then let me know that you're being heard. And then part of me is kind of like, you know what? I want to just put stuff out there because one day, somebody might stumble across my videos and be like, let me see these videos were like back in 2023. And be like, hey, this guy's interesting. And then they watch my whole catalog of videos. Because I'm not going to show you right now, but I have a catalog of different people playthroughs and music they put together, or videos they edited and stuff like that. And I watch their progression. I like listening to how they talk and what they're going through at that time in their life, and it's interesting sometimes. It's like watching the whole Netflix series. You go back and you watch somebody's videos, like, wow, this person's going. Dalen 75 was one of those people. Dalen 75 was, I think he had some sickness or he had something going on with himself. I can't remember what it was, but he just started posting videos and he talked about his hard time with his wife working and he couldn't work, and you know he's been sick and all those things. But at the same time, he's talking about the quests that he's doing on EverQuest, and it was interesting to hear his story without him telling his story. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, when he got better, he came back. He said, "Hey, I'm a little bit better now, but I think I'm done with EverQuest. I'm gonna go play something else. I know you guys subscribe for my EverQuest content, but I want to play something else now, or I don't want to feel like I have to make videos." And he just stopped. He just fell off the face of the earth. He said, "I'm gonna move over to a new channel, get into a whole library." He said, "Here's my videos here. All my new shit's gonna be here." And I don't know if he still posting more. I haven't seen him nowhere. I was subscribed to him for a little bit, but his videos were like very inconsistent. But you know, I'm sure he has his reason for it. He's probably got better and he just got more active. I don't know what his case might be. But he said, "I'm still alive and doing me, but I don't want to do EverQuest anymore." It's weird, you know, which is great for him. You know, AC Gamer, one of the guys I used to watch for a lot of P99 content, I got irritated with him because he was backlogging his videos, and you know, you watch his live stream, he's doing it 2023, but the video footage for today won't be shown for another 6 months on his catalog of videos. So I don't want to hear about what happened to you 6 months ago and what was going on at that time and what you guys were experiencing at that time, what you guys were talking about. Because when I comment on it, you're like, you don't remember this shit because that was 6 months ago. That's why I like what I do. Like, now I can see maybe a week ago, then you can reflect back to that and say, oh yeah, last week I remember, yeah, I did XYZ. But if you're posting videos from 6 months ago on your YouTube channel and people are commenting on it and you don't remember the fuck you were talking about, you don't remember what was going on at the time, that was 6 months ago. That's why, and nothing against him. Again, I know I sound harsh when I say that, but it's just like, you know, there's a difference between backtracking, or not backtracking, but no, what's it called, backstalking or whatever it's called. We have video footage you want to put up later, and just put up shit. Like, I can record videos all year long and repost them all next year. That would be stupid because then people will comment on shit. I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking about. I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know what I was going through at that time. You know, it might have been something to do with XYZ, but you know. I don't know. Sorry, well, if I sound really negative, I'm sorry. It's not about drinking, it's just some of the things I just noticed that just kind of irked me. I want to see a change, and part of me I'm motivated to do some of those changes. I mean, as far as in my own little bubble, my own personal life, you know. I've been toying with thinking about doing a whole guild, starting my own guild. I mean, I'm cool hanging out with Dragon Slayer and his thing, but that's his project. He wants his I mean, he shares it with everybody else, his guild, but he has all rights and control. He can invite, he can kick out people, he can, you know, whatever he wants to do. And I didn't join to be his lackey. I can't think of, that's probably not the proper word for it, but you know, like I made my own YouTube channel for my reasons and my thing alone. I'll keep my characters I have in the guild for that guild purposes, to hang out and have that camaraderie, all hang out, go do things and whatever. That's all cool. But there's some things I want to do, like, well, I want this guild, my guild, to be only fucking trolls, and we only speak troll tongue, and we only do X, Y, Z, you know. And my own little project, my own idea. People who have like mindset, but I like to do. You know, people want to come in, they want to experience Lupin zones only. Right? That'd be my guild. That'd be only focused on Lupin content or above Lupin and above content. They don't go to none of the old school zones. As soon as you make your character, you come to POK and you move out to fucking Shadow Weaver Thicket or whatever. You know, I don't know. I'm just talking right now. I'm just talking. But I don't know. I mean, I try to make my videos different by way I edit them. I'm still experimenting and trying to figure out how I'm gonna start them off. But again, like I'm venting because I'm frustrated because even with myself, I make my videos. I make cool little music video type things. Like my last video I made that I posted like a month or two ago was Raven and Ducat getting to level 40. They're both, and those of you who don't know, Ducat's 55 now. And Raven is 53, I think. And I haven't posted that content. I recorded a couple clips and I got deleted them because I'm like, what haven't you seen before? You know, and the gap between Raven, what is this? Between Raven, which initially was for my avocado, put that in the bank. It seems to drop rarely around here. So we need that. But there's not very much Berserker content. That's why I made a Berserker in the first place. Only one I've seen are ones where the guy is getting max level working on Epic, not leveling, and how it was like to have a Berserker. So that's why I made a Berserker in the first place. And I'm finding it challenging to keep Raven alive as she progresses. Things are hitting harder, and her damage is not as high as it was. I mean, she's doing damage, but it's not. It didn't show as much, you know. But I don't know. I want to make. I thought about a couple series I want to try. I'm about to start from scratch, but doing like a cinematic series. I think I have the skills to pull it off. If you're not familiar with them, let me show you real quick. So, that's been a I'll turn that off. Back to YouTube again. There's a channel called Neebs Gaming, and I don't want to promote them, but they don't need a promotion. They're doing pretty good by themselves. But oops. Neebs Gaming. Yeah, see that show up there. So these guys are they use a lot of cool content. They have two channels. They have this one and they have the one called I think it's like a Magical Trash Machine or something like that. But they do a lot of voiceover stuff. They do some cartoons, they do skits, music videos, commercials, and they've been around for a long time. And they do a lot of online games, like most of it's Survivor games. I started watching when they were doing Ark. Ark Survival Unleashed. It's a cool game. Evie and I used to play that. But they do that. They do. They haven't did Sea of Thieves in a while. I think they finished that. They did Among Us. Lately, doing a lot of 7 Days stuff. But they play the characters. Like, I'll show you about fucking monetized. No, not demonetized. So you don't know. Right. Now, see, that's purpose. They purposely chose that type of graphic. Did a little slide in and stuff like that. They talked
themselves with a horde night every single night. Wasn't going to tell you what the losers will have to suffer, but I bill if you're bored. It's a billboard. That's right. We're paying $5,000.
See, they're just advertising what they have going on their channel. Neebs Gaming, that's their brand name or whatever, and they're just talking about what's happening and what they're trying to do right now. And then when they play the game,
that's like an Eagle Globe and Anchor, but it's not one. Is there anything behind it? Nope.
They do a little cutscene to have somebody who plays the third-person camera.
I don't read it more personally, sometimes. But I do love reading them as quick as you can in this game.
This is only one person.
Give me some food.
This is a team of like 5 or 6 guys who play, and I think one of the guys has recently died. Thick44, rest in peace, man. But then they switch to different angles, and somebody see them all together, somebody play by themselves.
Yes, that's actually really good.
It's absolutely.
We got 9 out of 100. Yeah, that's good.
Ooh, they're talking to stuff, but they're talking at the same time. They're doing stuff.
Oh, well, boy, you better get Jimmy Jack. You try to Jimmy Jack me, I'm gonna Jimmy Jack you.
No,
Jack you right
it's
off.
probably not showing a lot of like other stuff they do, but let me show you. This one I'm inspired because I like to do some content similar to this. Let's look at like Conan. They're playing Conan Exiles.
Hey guys, thanks for coming.
Hey.
I don't know how ruthless my
Just
guy
gonna show you
is,
this quick
but,
scene
you
real
know, I just figured I'd have a couple witnesses and
You still on about this spider god
Wrath
thing?
of Zath.
Zath.
Shh, keep it
Yeah,
down.
okay, but what do you mean though?
Just keep it down.
You-
We just don't know. I'm upgrading. Crap, this is gonna take some time. I'm sort of.
Did you?
Guys, grab some snacks.
Oh, did you think it would just upgrade like automatically? No.
Have you... I don't want to get myself in trouble. So basically, trying to get his little prayer station to evolve a little bit. meantime, they had their own little camaraderie talk.
Be done in 2 minutes.
You son of a.
I don't know about. Okay, well, in the meantime, I made something called a Yellow Lotus potion.
Okay.
And it's a potion that causes hallucinations and visions.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm
The
drinking.
effort.
Yeah, oh,
that
oh,
they make,
wow.
Hey.
Here I go.
that
wish I could
Enjoy your
screenshots,
trip.
different
See
angles,
it. We should. It's always
and
more
you see
fun
the
to
name
trip
pop up there
together.
on the map.
It's true.
It is. I only made one.
Yeah.
Now, my
That's right
stamina's
here.
plus 10,
That's
though.
right.
Got
You
that
know,
going for me.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Not seeing any hallucinations or visions, though.
You got some bunk shit.
Usually naked. This was a clothed woman.
All right. Well,
It could have been a man too. Like, you know, from a distance, it was hard to tell.
Chris-
Whoa.
Hey.
wow.
I like the old one better.
I don't.
I don't.
So
I like
how
this
they're
one
like
better.
they're talking to each other and they're communicating as if they're in the world. I don't know if you hear the echo.
How are you guys as gods doing?
I'm still figuring
'Cause they're a
out
big
whether or
valley.
not I believe.
Yeah, you know what? I might start on mine
See,
today.
camera
I
angle
might
is
start
here.
my Mitra worship today. Matter of
That's
fact,
him
I'm doing it.
talking
Okay.
right here.
All right. Good.
Gear up, buddy.
Now we're on him.
leaving
The voice
soon.
sounds loud.
All right.
My temple's gonna make your
I kind of want to do content like that where it takes that much effort. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of just, I don't know. I'm just thinking about doing stuff like that. Being more thorough with my videos. I guess cinematic. I guess what I'm looking for. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. But I like the content. And as far as me to try harder and do more, not just, hey guys, my name is Sam the Alcoholic, and here I am. I'm on my shaman. I'm gonna go kill some things, and now I'm at level 55, 56, 57, or whatever. I wanna do like the whole theatrical camera panning and music in the background, stuff like that. I don't know who's talking. I want to do more. And I like to give classes. I don't say classes, but it is how I did it. And I put my KD, my KD live and show you how I did it. Show you how I did my OBS setup. Like I mentioned earlier, my Linux stuff. Show you how my Linux is set up. My desktop operating system. I'm just kind of bored with myself. I'm bored with things that are going on. And it's also a matter of time. I work a lot. Like I said, I want to stream my 3 days off. I have 3-day weekends, and I don't really have time for it. Like when I'm off, I'm like, fuck, I'm off. I don't want to do nothing. And then there's times where sometimes I'm inspired. I'm fucking chilling out. I want to do something different and put on some music and like, hey, here's me live streaming. I'm over here killing things. I want to do that. But I like to have my live streams like that, but I also like to have my my regular leveling process more cinematic, I guess. And it's not about having friends or people to do that with me. It's just a matter of making an effort to do it. My whole thing was, stop saying I want to and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna. For a long time I wanted to make a YouTube channel. I wanted to have content put out, and now I have a YouTube channel and I have some content ideas and it's not doing it. I'm not bored with it. It does take time. Yeah, I see why people hire editors and stuff like that, and people who work their Twitter and stuff like that, because it's very time consuming. Unless I jump in, with both feet, I won't have the time or the ability to edit and upload videos on a regular basis. Now I can sit here and do this on a regular basis. Hey guys, I'm live streaming. Here's where I'm at. I'm killing things, and you guys can watch me kill things every day. But I like the idea of make sure my voice is right, get the right music, designing and making thumbnails, figuring out my tags for my videos and stuff like that. Figure out what I want to talk about in my videos. I like to get more into quests and stuff like that. And quests that people don't talk about. I know a couple of weeks ago or about a month ago, I was talking about getting Wakazashi Frozen Skies swords, doing that quest. That's an old school quest. And I know Dragon Slayer said he did a video on it a while back, but I didn't get it from him. I got it from AC Gamer back in the day. And also seen Super Mr. Bob do it. And part of me is like, how can I make that unique? It's not about my way of doing it, how I go about doing it. the first time I did the quest, I was on my bar, level 45 bar and on P99, and I did the quest myself. And it's unique only to me if I did that quest. You know, who would tune in to watch Saint Alcoholic go get a Wakizashi Golden Sky Sword? And then part of me is like, well, who has one of those swords? But then after I was talking about getting them, I started seeing them in the bazaar. I was like, well, people are doing it. People are doing that quest, so it's out there, you know. So I was like, well, what about all these quests that are on Nukeland that people don't do? There's a lot of cool stuff that they can get out here. So I thought about doing that type of content, you know, and not just Nukeland stuff, but there's Yakisha stuff. There's Almonds of War and all those ones that I don't even know about that I like to go and look into and see what's up with those quests, you know, try them out. Might be some cool drops that people don't think about. And maybe that's why I don't see a lot of stuff in the bazaar. People walk around talking about they got this so-and-so weapon, you know. Maybe people just gotta remind them, hey, there's some cool shit out here. You don't have to go to the Kunark pavilions all the time, you know. I don't know. And like I said, there might be a reason for it. But then some of the stuff I want to go do, I can't do because nobody I know is interested in that stuff. Now, by my own fault, I don't promote myself on here. Look at this, any buzz for a new trio? Like that's normal on the server. You got a trio, more buffs. There's nobody that says, hey, I'm a Shadow Knight looking for some buffs, you know. I mean, there are some people, but it's far in between, you know. But I'd like to see somebody out there, and I guarantee I can travel most of these zones on Nukeland or anywhere else, and the zones be empty. I don't see a guild out there. If I do, it's like they out there with their trio. It's probably like 5 guys with a trio of 3, you know, 15 characters in the zone, and they run out there and they kill everything to get the fuck on because they're the top-notch guild. You know, what's that, New Dawn and something Potato. You know, I'm not saying they're top-notch, but I'm saying like they're the most popular guilds I see in the on the server. But I don't know. I like to see a group of people who want to go experience some new shit, you know. And I guess I can campaign it myself. I can put myself out there and say, hey guys, I'm gonna go do this. I want people to join me and do this and that. But at the same time, like, I don't have the time for that. Even like I thought about being a guild leader and saying, hey, this is the precedence of what we're doing. This is why we all come together. We're doing X, Y, Z. And it's usually cool for the first couple seconds. Like, there's guilds out there who are self-found. What the hell is the point of being a guild of self-found characters? Because you're basically a bunch of selfish people who get together to do selfish shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, let's all get together and see our own accomplishments by ourselves. Why be a guild then? Just be by yourself and go do shit by yourself, you know? I really irks me about this self-found stuff. What's the point of playing an online game self-found? Just play a game by yourself. I'm a solo player, I play by myself, that's it. You're self-found on an online game. Okay. I don't know. And I think about it too, I'm like, oh, back up, I'm like, well, you know what? I can go make myself a solo character. A character that's designed to be solo. I don't need a shaman. I don't need a berserker. I can go make I'm thinking of Beast Lord because, you know, the buffs and with your pet, you basically have a tank and you have a little bit of shaman buffs. And you can do you all by yourself. And with Beast Lord, you can basically be very independent, you know. You can almost do it with a mage too. But I don't play online games for that. Something about the playing online game, which is really cool to me, is just across the branch. The cool thing is that you get to show your character off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You run up to some player and like, yeah man, what's going on? They're like, oh, that's a cool shield you got. Where'd you get that from? Look at this. I like seeing people move around. Look at this. Oh shit, she's got a fucking cool ass shield, or she's all purple and shit. I don't know. That shit's fucking cool to me. I like seeing people interactive and doing their thing. But I don't know. You don't see too much of that. And I don't know. I mean, I've been sitting here before and people have buffed me and say, you need more buffs, and they just randomly buff me because obviously they're bored. But it's, I don't know. I just want to see more people just act like online role-playing game people, you know? and at the same time, I know I'm just as guilty for. There's times where I get on, I'm like, I don't want to talk, I don't want to socialize, I don't want to do it. I just want to go here and do that. And part of that is because I don't have to convince somebody to come with me to, I don't know, Great Divide. Hey guys, I'm going Great Divide. I want to go make some money, or I want to go kill this mob or whatever. Now I convince 4 or 5 other people to come to this zone to come help me out. I guess I don't know. I don't want to do that. Sometimes I'm just like, I just want to go. Plus, I'm watching videos on my other screen or whatever, and I don't have to stop and turn off my music or turn off my video or whatever that I'm watching, so I can socialize, because I just want to play the game. You know, back in the day, we had to depend on just chatting, talking, and saying what we're going to say in the game. It didn't stop me from watching my videos or whatever. But that's just me being a recluse, or being introvert or whatever. Or some nights I'm just tired, when I got off of work and I'm playing the game. I just want to fucking zone out, watch my YouTube subscriptions, go kill some things, and play for an hour or two, and we get off. But you can't do an hour or two when you have a group who say, hey, we're depending on you to come here to keep us alive or whatever, because you're tired, you want to log off, but like, well, we only survive here because you're here to heal us, or you're here tanking for us, or you're here doing crowd control. So I kind of get that part of it. But when you get on an online game, you say, I'm going to play by myself, I'm going to be self-found, I'm going to do everything all by myself. I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why get online? Like, nowadays, there's games that are made that are meant to be played by themselves, and they're online. They're required to be online, and people will get pissed about that. I know I'm one of those people get pissed. Why does, I don't know, I'm just making an example right now, but why is Tomb Raider require me to be online? You know what I'm saying? That's what I did, Bobby. Oh. And why do I gotta be online to play a single player game? So that's on the other hand, it's like very annoying. What's the point of that? Oh, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, like, what's the point of it? Why play online if you can play by yourself? I don't want to play this by myself. That's why I like a request for seeing that badass cleric. I like seeing that badass shaman. I like seeing that badass bard or ranger or whatever. They both are kicking ass. That makes me want to go play a character, or make me learn my character better. When I say ranger can play as good as a warrior, like a tank as good as a warrior, that shit is like fucking dope. Like, wow, how'd you turn that character into that? How'd you do that? Well, I got this, I picked this up, or put my stats in this. It's not like step 1, make my ranger this. Step 2, do this for my ranger. Step 3, go pick up this thing. And those things you pick up the same thing everybody else picks up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I want something new, I guess. I'm disappointed in the market and itself. I'm disappointed in people altogether, I guess. I don't say depressed or like that, but it's bleh. I've been 55 on this character for about 2 weeks. Because I lost interest, I like EverQuest, I always will like EverQuest, but the mindset's always gonna be the same. And the people who play this game, most of us are OG players. Or they're a generation who watched their parents play it, or brothers or sisters, whatever, play it. And they were like, I want to see what the hype is, and then they got addicted to the game too. But it's not the same as it was back in the day. You used to come here and be like, hey, I'm going to do Lost Dungeons in Norath, I need a group. And people were like, I'll join you. And people would be standing around the Lost Dungeons in Norath camps and ready to do quests, Here's the people would log in their 3 characters and go do shit by themselves, I don't know, I'm fucking just don't skip stuff while I was talking. Anyway, I think I addressed everything I wanted to talk about. That's basically it. I'm just kind of talking about that stuff. I know it's a lot of nothing talk. Just some things that are on my mind. And I don't know what I want to do with my channel. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next. I thought about going to play Rift for a second. Because I like Brad McQuaid. Was one of his games he made. He made EverQuest. So. But then Rift also was one of those games that took over by the company's corporate, kind of fucked it all up. Oh shit. Okay. Try to go down. Yeah. But how about that? And there's another game I played. What's the game called? Walk Food. This is like a online. Let me show you real quick. Let me see if I find it. I need something to eat here in a minute. Gotta stay up because I stay on my work schedule. Walk Food is like a online. It's an MMO, but it's like a overhead kind of strategy type game. Sure. Let's see if I can do it first. It might aesthetically, it might not be appealing to anybody.
Whack Food, advertised as a
Not sure what it looks like real quick. So this is somebody's video here. Marl MMO. And let's show the goods. Alright, so like he shows here in the beginning tutorial. It's like overhead click type thing, but it's the thing is like your character has a class. They have a pre-made look to them. You pick male or female, and some they have like ones who do like the one character I like is like a portal thing. See, I had little blocks, but there's at first it's straight up. There's a mob there, you're close to them, you hit them or whatever. But then there's certain attributes where you get to the left of the mob and you do more damage from the side or from the back. Certain mobs are like healers, some are like random action type things, some are time manipulative, some summon pets to fight for them. I think it's like 10, 12 different race or classes, and different ways to play them, but you can also play with other people. And I played it like a while back, and it's pretty cool. Like even with the archer, I think if you're too close, you won't do as much damage. You want to be as far away as you can. I think the further away you are, the more damage you are, but your accuracy could be off or some shit like that. But and this is a tutorial. It's a very simple game. I think it used to be in JavaScript, so you could almost play in a web browser. But I think they updated it, so you have to play in a web browser. And then on the maps too, they have certain things. That's not one of them, but some of the maps that have things that slow you down or things that poison you and stuff like that. There's obstacles. It's like kind of a puzzle type game, but very simple game, but it's fun to play though. And I say it's simple, it's probably not the right word for it, but it's a different game. It's a what they call it, real-time strategy game or something, or overtime strategy. I don't know what to call it. This is a strategy type game, and it's kind of fun. So I'll show him starting the map. All right, so this case, he's about to go do a dungeon or something. That he's talking about his stats. I don't know. I'm not playing the audio right now. So he goes into this dungeon or whatever, and then these are obstacles right here. You got a couple mobs here. But either it's a threat, I don't know what that is, or items you gotta pick up, whatever. He's about to go in here and start kicking him from ass. I don't know what class or race he is. Your turn. So he picks his move where he's gonna move to. And in this case, he can cast a spell, whatever. Look at, he's putting buffs on himself. And you can zoom in a little bit, but most people play it outward like this. And you can see they have a chat and everything. You can talk out of character and stuff. You can talk within the group. And like I said, I played with people before. I think on the outsides here, I think they slow you down. I can't remember what it is. Or you get health regen or something like that. I can't remember what that is. It's not every map that has this, but they have something like that. But I think he's playing like the druid like class. Oh no, he's playing the upper mage. They say damage dealer. You can play some of it solo, but some of it is best to play with other people. Let me close that before I get control. But I've been thinking about playing that game again. I played it for a while, and I've been thinking about going back to it. But we'll see. But it's not just that. I'm talking about other games too. You know, a lot of these games are action based. So I like games where you think. That's why I kind of looked at that game, because this game, though it seems a little bit fast paced, at the same time it's slow. Like I put my dots on the mob and I gotta figure out, look at my mana position, look at my pet, you know, what's going on. Do I have damage to it, or do I do damage, or I just need to keep health up? Do I need to slow a mob down, or do I need to debuff them, or whatever? If I'm playing my Berserker, you know, do some damage, but also dial it back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe I need to change mobs, or assist the tank, whatever, you know, there's strategy to it. It's not just jump in there and start slaughtering anything. That's kind of like City of Heroes is grown to be. You can play a controller as a damage doer, you know, hold everything, do all the damage at once. Like on here, if you're playing like a not controller, but what they call them a enchanter, you know, they see them doing the same thing. They'll take a mob and they just probably think by themselves. They have their turn the mob into a pet and go out there. I know Dragon Slayer has made his enchanter into a tank. Basically, you can stand there and get beat on all day long. You don't have to have no skills when it comes to crowd control, because you can basically take all the face damage. So you're doing crowd control by yourself by drawing aggro on yourself, and your teammates can actually do damage. And I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but at that point, you know, he's got so strong that he might be lacking mana, but he has enough to cast some spells, and he has enough hit points that he can take a lot of hits and stuff. And he doesn't really need a group. Like, there's no reason to have a group, because you can do everything by yourself. There's no strategy to that. Just run there, get all the aggro, and kill them off a little at a time. You know, I guess that's the only reason why you need groups up, kill things faster. But you know, I like depending on one another to do that. You know, I understand the struggle of playing by myself. You know, trying to take my shaman out and try to solo some mobs. That I can do it, but it's very risky because my mana's down at 25%, and I killed like 3 mobs back to back. And if something else pops over me, I'm definitely gonna be down. You know, be down bad. You know, and I gotta think of escaping. I gotta keep mana enough to gate out. But that's the consequences of playing by yourself. I'd rather have a tank there who can take the hits, or some DPS to help with the damage, so I won't use as much mana. You know, the strategy behind it. Anyway, I'm just talking. I'm done talking. Anybody who's watching this, listen to it. I'm not talking about you specifically, just examples. And I just wanted to vent and talk about that. If you're interested, if you come across this video and you're interested about the Linux stuff, let me know. I still might make a Linux video to show, you know, Linux is plausible. If you're wondering, hey, can I do my homework on it? I'll show you that. If you're talking about, can I play games on it? I'll show you that. I don't have a bunch of games. I don't play much, but they're online, they're free. I'll probably get them. If I do get a game to actually buy and I play on Linux, I will show that. But yeah, it's possible to survive on Linux. And my EverQuest for Ant, which is EverQuest for Ant. I might stop playing EverQuest for a while. I don't know. I do have, like I said, a couple projects in mind that might push out our EverQuest base. But maybe I might take those ideas and turn them into another game platform and do the same thing. But we'll see. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, watching my videos, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, later.